The new film, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, tells the story of his 1982 album, Nebraska.
It was a representation of who I wanted to be.
Bruce Springsteen joins actor Jeremy Allen White in a SiriusXM town hall with questions from superfans.
If you can make this honest, people would connect with it.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, on E Street Radio, SiriusXM Channel 20, and on the SiriusXM app.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season. When the game's over, I want you to check out my 24/7 station, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're going no huddle. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. We play my podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, stand-up and interview clips from my many years at late night, a live call-in show hosted by Andy Richter, and a whole lot more. Conan O'Brien Radio Channel 104, or anytime on SiriusXM.
Wide receiver 2 is poker. It's his first game back.
Welcome back to MetLife Stadium. Just about set for game time between the Jets and the Panthers. Right now, let's pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York.
This is Matthew Stafford of the Los Angeles Rams. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6:30 Eastern on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
104.3.
Bob Wischusen, Anthony Becht, and the rest of our crew here at MetLife Stadium. The Jets hoping for their first win. And in a season, Anthony, where the Jets have had leads in multiple games, second half leads, fourth quarter leads, it's just about trying to finish today.
Yeah, and how about starting games where they move the ball down the field but giving the ball away because of a turnover? The three things that obviously stuck out last week in a positive sense, Bob, the penalties were way down. Gotta have that. That's got to continue to happen. Also, when you talk about linebacker play, Sherwood and Maui Noah as a rookie starting to get really better at his reads and where he's hitting the holes. And then you got to turn over, and you didn't turn the ball over. And what did it do, Bob? It gave you a chance in the fourth quarter to win a football game, and that's what you want to see. So today, if they can keep it clean there, this game again versus a talented young Carolina team that's still working through it, but have found a way to win games, keep it close and try to get it in the fourth quarter, like you said.
Brad Rogers is our referee, just about set to turn on the microphone, separating the captains, and he will be tossing the coin and getting today's game underway.
All right, gentlemen, this is the coin that we will use today. This is tails. This side is heads. What is your call? Tails is the call. It is tails, you win the toss. You will defer. Which way would you like to kick the ball? Carolina has won the toss. They've elected to defer. New York Jets will receive on this end of the field. Good luck, gentlemen.
So the Jets will have a chance to get their offense in an early rhythm. They'll be out there first, and Caroline Hendershot is down on the Jets sideline. Caroline.
Bob, the Jets had their best defensive performance of the season so far last week in London. And ahead of that game, the players actually had a players-only meeting ahead of the game on the defensive side of the ball to reclaim their identity. And Steve Wilks was talking about their performance and that meeting earlier this week. He said, anytime you have a players meeting like that, a lot of things come out of it. But the biggest thing that I took is really everyone wanting to make sure that everyone's being held accountable. It's tremendous character in that locker room, and those guys come to work regardless of the effort. So while it was quote-unquote a good performance, he said they have many things to do better, and that's the intriguing thing because all of the guys in the locker room want to do better.
Well, it's interesting, Anthony. A lot of times you kind of roll your eyes at the quote-unquote players-only meeting, but last week it seemed like there was some legitimate accountability in that Jets defensive players-only meeting based at least on their performance against Denver.
Yeah, and the players' meeting can be different things. Is it like the linebackers, safeties, linemen watching film together more, like coming together, picking apart a cut-up? So, again, I like the fact they come together. That's the way a defense and offense should be doing things, is together. So anytime you have those meetings, you're just kind of checking boxes to make sure, hey, the accountability's there. We understand when we're playing. And obviously there's a clear way to fix things. Like last week, the defensively played a lot better. They need to continue that, show consistency, and if they do, they give themselves a good chance to win.
Rookie kicker Ryan Fitzgerald has it teed up. Isaiah Williams and Kene Nwangwu are back deep to receive the opening kick. It is in the air, a line drive. Williams at about the 15. Out to the 20, 25, 30. Cuts it up the middle of the field across the 35, 40, and gets a push all the way out to the 45-yard line. Well, that's the way you want to start. Yeah. 45-yard line of scrimmage to begin the game. You can't ask for much better field position than that for the Jets starting offensive lineup, presented by Helix Wireless, an official IoT partner of the New York Jets. Up front, Olu Fashanu, John Simpson, Josh Myers, Joe Tippmann, and Armand Membu. That's the offensive line. Mason Taylor lines up as the tight end to the left. Alan Lazard getting the start in the slot left. Arian Smith wide left. Josh Reynolds wide right. Shotgun set for Justin Fields with Breece Hall to his left and Mason Taylor in motion. Fields back to throw. Looks right, throws right. He's got a man. It's Reynolds. Close to a first down. A little button hook right across the 50 to the Panthers 45. Nick Scott made the stop, but it's a gain of 9.5 yards. So that's what we were talking about in the pregame, Anthony. Maybe the quick passing game to try and loosen up Carolina.
And it's a 5-yard catch. You split the defenders and you get almost a first down. Now you're in 2nd and 1. Like, you can do so many things here. I'd say run it, but at the end of the day, that's how you get your quarterback in a rhythm.
They motion John Beck from left to right. Under center is Fields. The lone setback, Breece Hall, takes the hand up right up the gut. He's got the first down and plenty more. Inside the 40 to the 38-yard line of Carolina before he's brought down again by Nick Scott. But the Jets, 2 snaps from their own 45-yard line, and they're inside the Panthers' 40.
Last 2 weeks, Carolina's defense has been really stout against the run. Big challenge, but they haven't faced an offensive line internally like the Jets. They got some big boys in Derek Brown and Alshon Robinson, but that's a good start there. When you're in 2nd and 1, you can come off the football and really drive them back.
2 tight ends, Breece Hall the lone setback. Play action, bootleg out to the left. Justin Fields tries to avoid a sack, shirts off a rusher, and then throws it away. Composure from Justin Fields as the bootleg did not fool DJ Wanham, and as a result, Fields had to avoid the sack, but it was still a throwaway. 2nd down and 10 at the Carolina 38.
And how do you kind of structure and work those edge guys? Early on, they're probably being taught, listen, stay home. But when you start running outside zone to the right or the left, and then you're starting hitting it, those guys will start to flush down, and that will come into this game and be more of a productive opportunity with the rollout game.
Isaiah Davis now the lone setback. 2 receivers stacked left, and now Arian Smith in motion to the left. Handoff Isaiah Davis right up the middle. Inside the 35 of Carolina, down to their 33-yard line for a gain of 5. Derek Brown made the stop. So the Jets right now, you would think, in field goal range. But they're faced with 3rd down and 5 at the Carolina 33-yard line.
Yeah, it's like a duo run, right? All double teams in the middle. I'll say this. You can tell, I can usually tell when the offensive line is getting early push, it sets the tone for the game. It's a good look, a good start right now, and a manageable 3rd down opportunity.
Arian Smith, slot left. Alan Lazard, wide left to the near side right. Reynolds, and Breece Hall empties the backfield. Mason Taylor makes it trips to the far side left. Shotgun for Fields. Looking at a blitz. Here they come. Back to throw. Screen left. Caught. Bobbing and weaving and not finding any room along the left hash marks was Arian Smith. He only picked up a yard. So now it's going to be 4th down and about 5. Nick Folk out on the field. Nick Folk trotting back to the sideline. They are not going to try a field goal of what would be about 51 yards. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 5 from the Panthers' 33-yard line. Let's see if they snap the ball or if this is a hard count trying to get the Panthers to jump. Shotgun for Fields. Isaiah Davis to his right. Mason Taylor motions right to left. Twin receivers to either side. Fields on 4th and 5. Back to throw. Looks right. Slant right. Incomplete. High and wide of Josh Reynolds. And the Jets turn it over on downs to start the game.
Yeah, they go with a slant route on the right side, and he's trying to get it to Josh Reynolds in that opportunity. But again, I like the aggressiveness. Again, you're 0-6. You're trying to get something going, but it's not a bad start offensively. Just got to convert those in the red zone.
12-16 to go first quarter. No score. The Panthers have the football at their own 33 for the first time. When we come back, you are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Listen to your team's pre- and post-game shows on the SiriusXM app.
We got our hands full, but we should be a better team.
Just search for your team's channel before and after every game to get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
I appreciate that locker room. That's a bunch of fighters in there.
Listen to your hometown announcers and your local pre- and post-game shows all on the SiriusXM app. And subscribers whose vehicles are equipped with our 360L radios, you can check out your team channel while you're on the road.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. As the leaves begin to turn, we will take a look at how some of the rookies are doing in the first half of the season.
You know, I spent a lot of time studying Jackson Dart. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm.
Plus, NFC title contenders face off on Monday Night Football with the Bucs and the Lions.
Fire them cannons! SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Here's what's happening on SiriusXM Sports.
It's the best place to follow the NFL all day long. SiriusXM NFL Radio with The Sunday Drive, a comprehensive look at every game with live reports from every stadium and play-by-play cut-ins as big plays unfold. The Sunday Drive, noon to 8 Eastern, NFL Radio, SiriusXM Channel 88, and the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM Sports, wherever you are, your team plays here.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season, but when you aren't listening to my pigskin flying around on SiriusXM, come check out my channel, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. It's comedy in the red zone all season long. Conan O'Brien Radio. That's a tough tackle. He's down. He's not getting up. He's dead. Wait, I took it too far. Conan O'Brien Radio, channel 104, anytime you want on the SiriusXM app.
The Treasury.
Jets starting defense on the field for the first time, presented by the New Jersey Lottery. And there's been some shifting for the Jets starters. Malachi Moore's taken over as the full-time starter at safety alongside Andre Sisco. So those two are out there. Sauce Gardner, Brandon Stevens are the corners. Jamie and Sherwood, Kiko Maui-Noa in the middle of the Jet defense. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, the ends. Harrison Phillips, Quinnen Williams are the on first down. Bryce Young flips a pass off play action in the right flat. Mitchell Evans, rookie tight end, runs out across the 45 to the Panthers' 47-yard line for a gain of 13. Maui-Noa ran him out, but just like that, the Panthers with a first down near midfield.
The Panthers, a lot of similarities in the way they want to do their offense. They want to run the ball effectively. They're starting Chuba Hubbard today, which I think is actually a positive because the backup had 200 yards back-to-back games.
Hubbard the lone setback. First and 10, Panthers at their own 47-yard line. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, in motion. Handoff Hubbard up the middle. Harrison Phillips wraps him up at about the 49-yard line of Carolina and throws him back. So it's a gain of 2.5 right to the midfield stripe on first down.
Again, we talked about the backfield. They've been really effective running the football. You know, Bryce Young is not a guy that's going to have a live, twitchy arm. He's a timing guy. He gets it out on time. And again, he's a player that is not going to beat you with his arm strength. So again, those nakeds, those rollouts, you'll see a lot of that in their offense today.
Jarvis Brownlee is out there as the nickel back as they go with a shotgun set to the Panthers. Bryce Young bobbles the snap, picks it back up, looks right, throws a slant right, and he's got a first down hookup. Composure from Bryce Young. He bobbled the snap and dropped it, but he still found Teteroa McMillan on the slant right for 11 yards to the Jet 39-yard line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because when he picked the ball up, he had a great angle in the zone defense there. And either linebacker or corner did not communicate properly to get in that space, and he found an open window to get a completion.
McMillan, wide right, two receivers stacked left. In motion from left to right goes Jatavion Sanders, the tight end. Pistol formation for Young with Chuba Hubbard just behind. Play action, rolling out to his left, buying some time, eyes downfield, tucks it under, he'll run, slides inside the Jet 35 to the New York 34-yard line for a gain of about 5.5. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
You know, what's always hard on quarterback rollouts is when you're a linebacker or defensive end and you kind of like got an over the middle area throw, or you got to get the quarterback. Like, someone should just be assigned, get the quarterback there. So the quarterback has an option. He can pump it, get it out, and he can run with it for a few yards like he did there.
Xavier Legette and two tight ends bunched right. Pistol formation again, and a handoff to Chuba Hubbard, who runs off guard left and gets to about the 30-yard line of the Jets before Will McDonald brings him down. So he's about a yard shy of the first down. 9.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. No score. And Carolina faced with third down and less than a yard just outside the Jet 30.
You think about this team, they are run first. You know, you got your run stoppers inside. with Phillips and Williams, see if they can get some penetration here and make something happen.
Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback, 3 tight ends, and Young under center. Horn goes in motion. Handoff Hubbard straight ahead. He's got the first down. Brought down by Sauce Gardner. Got him right around the waist, but not before he was able, with momentum, to get inside the Jet 30, down to about the New York 28-yard line, and Sauce Gardner is now slow to get up. He is up on his feet. The Jet trainers run out to meet him, and they're going to walk Sauce Gardner off the field. And now Sauce Gardner is trotting off the field. So hopefully that was just, what do you think, Anthony, like a shoulder stinger for a moment after he made that tackle?
Yeah, it's possible he may have taken a shot in the areas that, obviously a little more sensitive than other areas other than shoulders.
That was
but
diplomatically said.
Yeah, is that good for the first time, kind of putting that out there? But I'll tell you what, he's been a much, much better tackler. He has been on it this year, much more aggressive in this style of defense for 2025.
So 1st and 10, Carolina just inside the Jet 29-yard line. Tremble in motion. Bryce Young in the shotgun, Hubbard to his left. Bunch set left, 3 receivers. McMillan wide right. He's back to throw. Looks over the middle, has time. Throws it left, batted down at the line and incomplete. Some push up front. Jay Tufele and Jawan Briggs were pushing the pocket. The Jets get a tipped ball at the line of scrimmage. And that might have been Braden McGregor that got his hand on the ball. So now it's 2nd down and 10 at the Jet 29-yard line.
And when you can win on 1st down versus a team like the Carolina Panthers, it gets them off script. 2nd and 10 is not the world they want to be in. So, again, you have an advantage at a defense. Now you got to lock in and try to force this 3rd and long opportunity on this play.
Jimmy Horn, McMillan stacked right. Bryce Young back to throw. Tunnel screen to the right. Caught by Horn, running over the middle. Gets to the Jet 25 down to the 20-yard line before he's brought down by Andre Cisco. So a little tunnel screen right to Jimmy Horn Jr. He can move. He was activated today in place of Hunter Renfrow. And so the Jets need to have their antennas up. 3rd down and 1.5 yards. Knocking on the door of the red zone. Again, Hubbard the lone setback. Bryce Young, former 1st overall pick in the draft, under center at the Jet 20-yard line. Takes the snap, handoff Hubbard running right. He's got the first down. He gets a push just enough. Jamie and Sherwood stood him up, but not before he moved the chains. So we are now midway through the 1st quarter. No score. The Jets drove it, but turned it over on downs inside the 35-yard line of Carolina. This is the Panthers' first drive of the game, and they're in the red zone.
And the Jets have shown this trend. They like to switch their full defensive line in and out, whether it's multiple series or within the series. Fresh bodies. Again, they're in the high red zone, so let's see if they can hold them to a field goal.
Now they've got the starters back in there. McDonald and Johnson at the ends. Quinnen Williams, Harrison Phillips the tackles. Empty backfield, 5 wide for Bryce Young. At the Jets 17, 1st down. Looks right, throws right, down to the 10-yard line. He's got Xavier Legette as he used leverage to wall off the Jet defenders and turn around at about the 10-yard line and make a catch there. So that's a gain of 8. That's going to be 2nd down and 2 at the Jet 10.
And you watch just how Carolina operates with their young 3rd-year quarterback in Bryce Young. Just like we talked about our offense. What are you seeing, Bob? Dink, dunks, quick hitters, quick pass game, get completions. They're trying to get a young player in a rhythm, and they're able to get some yards on 1st down.
3 tight ends on the field. Young under center. 2nd and 2 at the Jet 10. Handoff Chuba Hubbard. Caught behind the line of scrimmage and driven back. Oh, the Jets blew that play up. Jamie and Sherwood with excellent penetration. Harrison Phillips was there as well, but the entire middle of the Jet defense just changed the line of scrimmage, and that's a loss of a couple back to the 12-yard line.
Yeah, you're right. It started with Harrison Phillips on the inside, just whips the left guard, and he's able to force the running back to an area where there was a lot of green jerseys for the big loss.
Empty backfield, 5 wide. 2 receivers right, 3 to the left. Panthers faced with 3rd down and 5 at the Jet 12-yard line. They're 2 for 2 on this drive. Play clock down to 5. Bryce Young in the shotgun. Jets bring a blitz. Drops back to pass. Lobs one. Left side of the end zone. Underthrown and incomplete. Brandon Stevens, good coverage on Legette. So it will be a field goal try now after the Jets get a red zone stop for Carolina to get on the board first. 5:45 to go 1st quarter.
There had to be an issue there on the routes. They had a corner route on the left side with a go route. 2 guys in the same area, and Bryce Young kind of just threw it into that space, but there are 2 defenders there as well. Very dangerous throw. Could have been intercepted, but a nice job getting off the field and forcing a field goal.
30-yard field goal attempt for the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald from Florida State so far this season. His rookie year, 10 of 11. And this one, again, from only 30 yards out. The snap clean, the placement down, the kick is up, and it's inside the right upright and good. So Carolina is on the board first, 5:42 to go first quarter. It's the Panthers 3 and the Jets nothing. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Joe Namath, only one Curtis Martin, and only one Kevin Mawai. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at ProFootballHof.com.
Want to hear something scary? Spirits are swirling in the SiriusXM app with creepy Halloween treats. Countdown haunted hits on the Freaky 50. Howl at the moon with wicked rock specials.
The spell on you.
And unearth more monstrous fun all month long.
Then you can monster mash.
Just search Halloween on the SiriusXM app if you dare. SiriusXM College Sports Radio has everything a college football fan needs.
They're not gonna get him! Touchdown!
Get ready for game day with our roster of experts, including Chris Childers.
There's nothing that we have in this world like college football. It's the greatest thing we have.
Plus, get insider access with exclusive interviews.
Georgia head coach Kirby Smart joining us.
Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State.
Catch it all on College Sports Radio, channel 84 in your car, and on the SiriusXM app.
Sam Roberts has a brand new daily show on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Not Sam Wrestling Live. Join Sam Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern, for his spin on everything going on in the world of pro wrestling.
John Cena basically proceeded to give us a fan service match. He proceeded to give us the match that we wanted, that would make us cheer.
It's Not Sam Wrestling Live on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Channel 156 in the car and on the SiriusXM app. Bank member FDIC.
Jets Uncorked is back, a premium red wine and perfect collector's item for every Jets fan. Learn more at NewYorkJets.com/wine. Bleed green, drink red. And Anthony, George, and Emma Lowe have joined us up here in the booth, spending their Jets rewards points to watch the game with us. And Emma is, she's our spotter. She's up here in the front row, and thank God for her. She's helping in a big way.
Dad will never get her better seats than she has right now. She's so locked in on the field. It's actually amazing. This is a great view for her. I'm glad you guys are here with us.
So 3-0 Carolina, but the Jets get a red zone stop defensively. So they hold to a short field goal. Fitzgerald set to kick it off once again, and Williams and Nwangwu deep to receive. Again, the targeted kick to the far side left. This time Isaiah Williams from about the 8-yard line out to his left and cuts it right at the 20. Jitterbugs to about the 25 and runs into a wall of tacklers at the 26, led by Bam Martin Scott, an aptly named player, with that tackle. So here comes the Jets offense again. First possession for New York. They had some rhythm. It was a 6-play drive, and it got in plus territory, but they stalled and turned it over on downs. Now down 3-0. And again, without Garrett Wilson, they've got Breece Hall lined up as the back behind Justin Fields in the pistol. Slot right, Arian Smith trots in motion from right to left. Panthers show blitz. Quarterback run, and going nowhere is Fields. He wanted the screen. The blitz was coming off the edge. Derek Brown was all over Fields and buried him behind the line at about the 22-yard line. So it's a loss of 4. I'm not sure, Anthony, a run-pass option there, or was that just a broken play?
No, I think it was going to be a quick receiver screen, and Morey kind of messed it up. The strong safety did come off the edge and got in the throwing lane. Justin didn't want to throw it. And, again, you don't have another option, Bob, in that situation. So, again, a win there for the defense for Carolina.
So 2nd down and 13, 5 minutes to go first quarter. Jets at their own 22-yard line, empty backfield. Motioning out of the backfield to the right is Breece Hall. Fields takes the shotgun snap, back to throw, rolling to his right, throws right. There's Breece Hall to make the catch up the right sideline and step out of bounds at the Jets' 30, 6 yards shy of a first down.
Yeah, moving Justin out of the pocket. That's actually a very difficult throw. He had kind of his defender there pushing on his pads, but You got a guy like Breece Hall who can catch the ball. They moved him out of the backfield. And again, now you're in a much manageable situation for the Jets here on third and 5. Yeah,
I was right there with you.
I had to get it right.
3rd down and 5. Actually, closer to 3rd and 6. Jets at their own 30-yard line. Bunch set left, 3 receivers. Breece Hall motions that way. Screen pass out to Breece Hall. Gets a couple of blocks. Gets up the sideline and has the first down. Well-designed screen as they sprinted Breece Hall out to the left. Shaw, Smith, Wade tripped him up, but not before Breece Hall found a crease and got to the Jet 37.
Yeah, I love this play design. They have a little more of an extended bunch, 3 receivers set to the left. They swing it out, and all those 3 receivers, Tyler Johnson, Josh Reynolds, and the tight end, they came off and got their blocks. Breece Hall is not missing a hole on that, gets himself a first down.
Isaiah Davis now the man in the pistol formation. And now moving up under center is Justin Fields as Ruckert goes in motion at the Jet 37. Play action, back to throw is Fields. Looking downfield. Wants to throw a bomb and does for Arian Smith. Double coverage, incomplete. Lobbed it all the way down the left side to about the 15-yard line of Carolina in between Trayvon Merrick and Nick Scott. Now we've got an injured Carolina Panther. Princely Umanmielen, one of their outside pass rushers, hurt on that play. But we talked about trying to test the Panthers deep with Arian Smith. And they just did. So we'll step aside as Umanmielen is surrounded by the Panthers trainers. 3:36 to go first quarter. The Jets have the ball. The Panthers have the 3-0 lead. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the home for Jets football.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. Or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you one way or another. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
When it comes to decking, TimberTech stands out. At Rings End, they'll help you get the best looking decking on the market, trusted by contractors and homeowners for its unbeatable quality. Thanks to its advanced technology and durability, TimberTech decks look amazing through every season, even decades from now. Plus, Rings End offers expert advice throughout your building process. Build with TimberTech, the #1 brand in premium decking. Find it locally at a Rings End near you.
Thinking about your next career move? Invest in your future at Lincoln Tech's area campuses. With November classes starting soon in exciting fields like automotive, diesel, healthcare, and skilled trades, there's never been a better time to begin hands-on training for a career you'll be proud of. Take control of your future and get the experience that can open doors. Visit lincolntech.edu for details.
The New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association. Painting and repairing bridges and steel structures around New York for over 50 years. Umanmielen walked off the field while we were away. So after the injury timeout, 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Jets trail 3-0, and they've got 2nd down and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Bob Wischusen and Anthony Becht. We are live in the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. Isaiah Davis, the lone setback, left of Justin Fields in the shotgun, takes the handoff, runs up the middle, and gets about half of what the Jets need. Derek Brown wrapped up Isaiah Davis at the Jet 42, so it's 3rd down and a long 5, close to 6.
And you got man-to-man defense last 3rd down. You try to get that one-on-one route with the slant route on the outside. And again, someone's got to beat their man if they go man-to-man here on this 3rd and short.
Tyler Johnson and Josh Reynolds stacked right. Arian Smith a little unsure as to where he needs to line up. Came to a bunch set right. Now they send him out to the left. Shotgun for Justin Fields on 3rd and 5. Panthers bring a blitz. Fields off his back foot, throws right. Broke it up. He tried to squeeze it into a very tight window to Josh Reynolds, and he was sandwiched. Mike Jackson was all over him, so the Jets will be forced to punt on 4th down and 5 from their own 42.
Yeah, that little tight receiver set on the right-hand side. And Reynolds just gets to a spot and turn, and he's there, and he's waiting a little bit. So, again, just getting that timing, see it, hit it, and get it out. You have yourself a first down. If you delay for a second on that one, then that's what prevents you from getting that first down and a catch.
Austin McNamara to punt. Jalen Coker is deep to receive. And McNamara lets go an end-over-end kick from the Jet 32, angling to the far sideline. And it takes a hop and may have hit a Panthers player, and it's inbounds. The Jets save it and jump on it, I think, at the 5-yard line. That came very, very close to hitting a Panthers player down the sideline. As we will take another look while we're away. But at the worst-case scenario, I think the Jets have downed the ball at the Panthers 5 with 2:41 to go in the opening quarter. Carolina 3 and the Jets nothing. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
I'm Bruce Murray.
And I'm Rich Gannon.
Join us Monday, noon Eastern time on the Sirius XM Blitz. We recap the 7th Sunday of the NFL season, including the Rams and Jaguars in London, Colts and the Chargers, Eagles and Vikings, and Mike Vrabel's return to Nashville as the Patriots visit Tennessee.
Plus, we get you ready for 2 games on Monday Night Football, starting with the Buccaneers at the Lions and the Texans at the Seahawks.
So don't miss the Sirius XM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon, Monday, noon Eastern time on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern is second to none. Humble, just, humane, temperate, sincere, dignified, and yes, he wrote this.
People come up to me and go, loved you on Howard every single day. You are pretty much the best interviewer in the world.
You make it happen because you're easy to talk to.
I'm just blown away by the talent you have.
Howard, you bring out the honesty in people, and I love that.
It was fun. I never thought it was going to be like this. I thought I wanted to pull my teeth out.
Only on Howard 100. Now available to most subscribers.
We're excited to start the season. I have high hopes for this team.
Basketball is back.
We're talking here with Anthony Edwards.
Every time I get to step on the floor, I feel like it's my first game again.
From the hardwood to the headlines, we're bringing you inside access to every NBA team with exclusive interviews and analysis.
Joined by the one and only Steph Curry.
We understand we're working towards something bigger.
Catch NBA Radio season preview shows anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Nobody brings you the excitement of Formula One racing like Sirius XM. All the thrills of a worldwide championship chase.
Piastri applying the pressure. Verstappen off the track. Piastri takes the lead.
Plus comprehensive pre- and post-race coverage.
The tenacity to hold on the way he did under that pressure. That's top draw.
Sunday afternoon, the stars of F1 head to the Lone Star State for the United States Grand Prix. Live pre-race coverage begins at 2 Eastern, followed by Lights Out Racing at 3 Eastern on ESPN Extra, Channel 81, and the Sirius XM app.
New York Daily News app today. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of the New York Jets. Visit forthepeople.com or dial #law Morgan & Morgan for the people. So we got a better look while we were away at that play on the punt down the left sideline, and jumping out of the way at the last moment was a Caleb Evans, a backup corner, so the ball did not hit him. So here's a toss sweep left. Rico Dowdle in the game for the first time. He's out across the Panthers 10 to the 15 to the 20. So the Jets were able to down the ball at the 7-yard line. Andre Sisco makes the tackle, but on the first snap from well inside their own 10-yard line, the Panthers run left, and Dowdle picks up 13 yards to give them some breathing room out to the 20.
Yeah, Dowdle's been the starter the last 2 weeks. So good of a presence the last 2 weeks, almost 500 yards of rushing. Bobby's 5th in the NFL in rushing off those 2 performances. He didn't get the start, but you'll see a lot of them today.
It's a good 1-2 punch with Chuba Hubbard. Dowdle the lone setback. Panthers at their own 20-yard line. They give it to him again. He starts right, little cut back to the left, and gains about 3. Kiko Maui-Noah in on the tackle. Braden McGregor as well. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Carolina at their own 23.
And if I have the 2 ways they kind of utilize them, Dowdle did a lot on the edges. So defensive ends, support guys like safeties and corners have to get involved, and the linebackers have to flow quickly versus a guy like Chuba who's a little bit more between the tackles. But again, you're right. A 1-2 punch is very dangerous and a hot hand in number 5 for Carolina.
Interesting formation here. Shotgun for Bryce Young. Dowdle to his right. Wide receiver Jimmy Horn to his left at his own 23-yard line. He's back to throw. Looks left, under some pressure. Check down left, wide open Dowdle. Left sideline, 25-30. Across the 35 and out to the 40. The Jets just lost track of Rico Dowdle, and Bryce Young checked it down to him for a catch and run of 17 yards. So with 1:07 to go in the opening quarter, and the Panthers leading 3-0, they're out to their own 40.
Yeah, again, Brownlee, that's his space. So he's in that zone where the running back's going to the flat. But again, he takes his eyes off him because Bryce Young's pulling him back into the middle of the field. And all of a sudden he throws it and checks it out. And now there's a big space between him and the running back.
Bryce Young back under center. 2 tight ends. Dowdle alone setback. Horn in motion. Jet sweep. Horn runs left to the 40. Scoots up the sideline across the 45. Bumped out of bounds at the Panthers' 46-yard line. But he picked up 6. Jamie Sherwood made the stop. And it looks like the Panthers will have to snap it one more time before the end of the quarter. The play clock is about a second ahead of the game clock, down to 25 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, McMillan's a big first-round pick, the 6'5 receiver. They haven't taken a chance down the field on him, but Horn's going to get some more opportunities with no Hunter Renfrow in the game tonight.
Tetero and McMillan wide right, 2 tight ends. Dowdle the lone setback, Bryce Young under center. 2nd and 3, Panthers at their own 47. Young takes the snap, handoff Dowdle. Off guard left for about 2 yards. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 1 to start the second quarter. When we return, the Panthers lead 3-0 after 1 quarter of play.
This is the end of the first quarter.
You are listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the home for Jets football.
This year's senior class is back at homecoming, reunited and protected with mNEXSpike, the new COVID-19 vaccine from Moderna for adults 65 and older. That's because these seniors know they face the highest risk of severe COVID. mNEXSpike, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA, is a COVID-19 vaccine for people 65 and older and for 12 to 64-year-olds at high risk for severe COVID. You shouldn't get mNEXSpike if you've had an allergic reaction to a previous Moderna COVID-19 vaccine. Rare cases of inflammation of the heart muscle and outer lining have been reported. Common side effects include pain at the injection site, tiredness, headache, muscle or joint pain, chills, nausea, vomiting, and underarm swelling or soreness. mNEXSpike may not protect everyone. This year's senior class came ready with a COVID-19 vaccine that helps them keep showing up. mNEXSpike from Moderna, here for the senior class. Visit mnexspike.com to schedule your vaccine today. That's mnexspike.com.
The New York Structural Steel Painting Contracting Association, along with our local 806 partners, work hard to ensure New York City's bridges, roads, and rails are safe, beautiful, and ready for the future. Every day you see subway stops, bridges, highway ramps, and steel structures restored and painted by us. We're New York Structural Steel Painting Contracting Association, adding a little color to the Big Apple. To learn more about our association and career opportunities, visit nyspca.net. That's nyspca.net.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism invites you to be wowed in New Jersey, from big American dreams to soaring and exploring, relaxing spas to tranquil hiking. It's one wow after another after another. Find your wow at visitnj.org. Bob Wischusen, Anthony Beck back here at MetLife Stadium, start of the second quarter. Today's game day partner, by the way, is JetBlue, the official airline of the New York Jets. Carolina leads 3-0, first play of the second quarter, and it's 3rd down and 1. Panthers at midfield. Rico Dowdle, the back in the offset eye right. Under center is Bryce Young. He fakes the pitch out. Jets bring a blitz. Young flushed right, throws right, spikes it at the feet of Dowdle. And incomplete. Backside, the Jets brought a corner blitz with Sauce Gardner. And that helped Jermaine Johnson get freed up to put some pressure on Bryce Young. So now it's 4th down and 1 at midfield. And Carolina's going for it.
Yeah, it's nice to have Jermaine Johnson back. He definitely changes the complexion of the pass rush, especially on 3rd down. And when you think about Carolina throwing it on 3rd and short, they have multiple plays there. This is an area here where they may lean on their offensive line to try to get a 1st down.
Dowdle the lone setback. Young under center. 3 tight ends. 4th and 1 at midfield. Handoff Dowdle up the middle. The Jets stack him, drive him back. Forward progress near the 1st down line to gain. They blow the whistle on the far side. He's short. The Jets got the stop. Will McDonald, Quinnen Williams helping out on the stop of the heart of the Jet defense. The Jets turn it over on downs on the Panthers side of the 50-yard line early 2nd quarter.
And the guys that have to do the dirty work on the inside and taking on the double teams is Quinnen Williams and Harrison Phillips. And it allows those other players to converge down like you talked about with Will McDonald, the linebackers, and pressuring it in. Again, that's a good sign when you're talking about Jets defense making a stop, something to change the trajectory of the game and give the offense great field position.
1st and 10 Jets at the Panthers 49-yard line. The first series of the game, the Jets turned it over on downs, but their defense creates a turnover on downs at midfield. Justin Fields under center. 2 receivers stacked left. Allen Lazard in motion. Handoff Breece Hall. Running left. Breaks a tackle at the 50. Bounces off tacklers and gets inside the 45. Down to the 44-yard line of Carolina for a gain of 5. So the Jets stop on downs. That's our powered up play brought to you by NJBPU, providing you the tools you need to save money on energy costs. That's what NJBPU does. Take the next step to secure short and long-term bill savings. Visit nj.gov/BPU. So can the Jets pay off the stop on downs at midfield? 2nd and 5 at the Panthers' 44-yard line. Another handoff to Breece Hall, running left. He gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Forward momentum for about 3 yards, wrapped up by Tershawn Wharton. About 2 yards shy of the 1st down to the 41-yard line of Carolina. So 3rd down and 2 Jets at the Carolina 41.
And you got to think, and Jets already went for it on an early 4th down. Maybe it's just two down area for the Jets as well. But again, 3rd and 2. You can run, you can get good push, you can do a little bit of movement with the quarterback as well to the wide side of the field on the right side. See where the Jets go with it.
Reynolds, Smith, Lazard, all wide right. Tight left Mason Taylor. Shotgun for Justin Fields. Breece Hall to his left. He motions out to the right. Straight quarterback run. Running left is Justin Fields. He's got it. Takes a slide and gets walloped after sliding. Nick Scott came up and absolutely hammered Justin Fields, and flags fly everywhere, and now there's a fight as the Jets are going after Nick Scott. He is being defended by his teammates, and Justin Fields just got absolutely pulverized. Now Aaron Glenn has come all the way across the field from the Jets sideline to get his players out of the scrum. Armand Membu doesn't have his helmet on any longer. It's a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness on the slide by Justin Fields, but the concussion spotter may have to take Fields out of the game. That's how hard he was hit.
Yeah, it's actually BS. And I'm telling you, as a head coach, I'm not going to be mad at any of my guys sticking up for a quarterback. Nick Scott should be thrown out of the game on that kind of hit. It's vicious. And to me, man, there's no part in the game for that. And a guy like that needs to be not just getting a flag. He should be thrown out because it's just ridiculous.
Well, the officials right now are having the conversation. And here's the call.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Personal foul, number 21, roughing the passer. Personal foul, number 22, after the play. It's a 15-yard penalty added on to the end of the run. It's 1st down, New York Jets.
Well, that should be 30 yards added on to the end of the run. Or at least you take the 15-yard foul. If there is a second personal foul called after the play, then I believe you would enforce both penalties.
Timeout for a medical.
And the medical timeout is probably the concussion spotter saying Justin Fields is going to have to come out of the game. Yeah, here comes Tyrod Taylor. I don't know that you can have a hit like that and not at least go then check the player out. And so they've got Justin Fields over in the medical tent. Now, he did pop right back up after he took that hit, Anthony. That was a great sign. But it's just the responsible thing to do to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it could be something with his tooth, his chin, and something like that. The fact that he did jump up without any kind of dizziness obviously is a great sign. Sometimes those hits look a lot worse, but that was a clear, just terrible shot by number 21, Nick Scott. Just kind of fires you up. But this should fire up this Jets team on this drive.
So 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line of Carolina. Tyrod Taylor out of the shotgun, hands one to Breece Hall. He runs left and picks up about 4. So the Jets are in the red zone, presented by the New York Lottery. 2 minutes gone by second quarter. Carolina leads 3-0. And the Jets have a 2nd down and 7 at the Carolina 19.
And this is the world you live in when you have a running quarterback that's elite like Justin Fields. He does everything right, Bob. He slides, but the defense doesn't care. And, they get penalized big time for it. But, man, you take those illegitimate shots, that can hurt you as a team.
Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun. Breece Hall to his right. Takes the snap. Another handoff to Breece Hall. Running right, spinning, and getting wrapped up at about the 15-yard line. Brought down by Mike Jackson, the corner. So it's going to be 3rd down and 4 at the 16-yard line of Carolina. The Jets are 2 for 4 on 3rd down. And Justin Fields still in the medical tent behind the Jet bench.
Yeah, a lot of manageable plays here for Tyrod. You're in the red zone. The one thing you don't want to do is force anything. Take what they give you. And again, the tight end in this situation, maybe Mason Taylor gets an opportunity to catch the football.
Shotgun Tyrod Taylor. 2 receivers stacked right. 2 receivers stacked left. Lazard now motions into a bunch set left. He takes the snap, drops back, looks right, throws down and out to the right. Reynolds makes the catch. Flags down on the play. He is inside the 10-yard line, out of bounds at the 7, but it looks like Alan Lazard is going to be called for illegal motion or illegal shift.
Oh, man.
So that's going to take away the 3rd down conversion for New York. And Justin Fields is just now emerging from the Jets' tent. Nope, he's going right back in. He made an appearance, but now he's back under the tent. And here is the call against New York. It's going to force them to try on 3rd down once again. 3-0 Carolina, 11:51 to go before halftime.
Illegal shift, offense, number 10 and number 85. Both players did not get set before the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Not sure if our referee, Brad Rogers, is making these announcements from inside of a tornado or if he just needs a new microphone. Yeah. Is it that windy down on the field?
No, but it's seriously annoying, and it's annoying, too, in that situation there. You got to get set, Bob. I mean, you have a 1st down. These are the little things here where, you got a veteran receiver, get lined up, stop, and the quarterback, again, you got to wait till the receiver gets set as well.
So 3rd down and 9 at the 21-yard line of Carolina. Taylor back to throw, under some pressure, escapes the pocket, running to his left, makes a man miss. Up the middle to the 16-yard line, brought down there. And the Jets will have to try a field goal. Latham Ransom and Nick Scott combine on the tackle of Tyrod Taylor. So here comes Nick Folk to try to tie the game early here in the 2nd quarter.
And that's always a tough deal with Tyrod. You're in the game, your juices are flowing, you're in the red zone, you want to make something happen, and you think you just take it for granted. A simple motion will get set in your mind because you're timing it up, and then the receiver's not set, and you get a flag off. A nice throw to get the 1st down, but field goal opportunity for the Jets.
34-yard field goal attempt for Folk. The McNamara hold is clean. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So Folk converts from 34 yards out. 11:02 to go, 2nd quarter, and we are now tied at 3. So a Jet field goal drive brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Justin Fields once again is out of the injury tent. We'll see if he stays on the sideline. Hopefully he does, and hopefully he is okay. We are now tied at 3. 4 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Buckle up, Buttercup, as Adam Shine brings unique opinions and passionate sports talk to Shine On Sports.
I'm just giving you some facts.
And hear exclusive interviews with some of the biggest and hottest names across the National Football League.
Sean Payne is nice enough to give us a few minutes.
This show makes me feel like it's Super Bowl time.
My guy, Aaron Rodgers.
The leadership that we have gives you a chance. That's all we can ask for.
Tune in to Shine On Sports, weekdays at 9 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82.
You gotta love sports.
Now through October 31st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues to be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero. You'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 in the SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB postseason heroes 2025. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 19th. You must be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
Every NFL Sunday, hear the biggest plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Houston has the ball with less than a minute to go, trying to get a game-time score.
Follow the entire league without changing the channel. Plus, fantasy updates and post-game interviews.
Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels joining us.
We got to go out there. We got to make plays. We got to be able to finish.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays, noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Hey, football fans, Jeff Foxworthy here.
And I'm Larry the Cable Guy. Jeff, we ought to tell folks about our very own comedy channel.
That's right, folks. When you're done listening to the game, hop on over to Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
We even host our own show, like Larry the Cable Guy and the Fun Bunch.
And my show, A Comic Mind with Jeff Foxworthy.
It's great American comedy 24/7.
That's Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup, SiriusXM Channel 97. Or listen to us anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Unlock opportunity.
Catch every Jets away game and enjoy Corona specials all season long at an official Jets Bar Network bar. Visit NewYorkJets.com/bar network to discover locations near you. 21 plus Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Looks like Justin Fields is fine. He is over on the sideline working on the iPad to Tanner Engstrand, so I'd be very surprised if we don't see Justin Fields back on the field for the Jets, their next offensive possession. We are tied at 3. 4 minutes gone by, second quarter. Bob Wischusen, Anthony Becht, and the rest of our crew in the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank as Nick Folk is set to kick it off. Rico Dowdle and Trevor Etienne deep to receive. Folk will angle this one towards Dowdle, and it's going to reach the goal line. He's about a yard deep. He'll take a knee, and that'll bring it out to the 35. Let's go down to Carolina.
Bob, Justin Fields spoke earlier this week about his performance against Denver last week, and he said, I feel like I've been a little bit too conservative in a sense, probably need to be a little bit more aggressive. I've always been big on ball security and not putting the ball in jeopardy. So when it comes to a point, you just have to find that healthy balance between trying to fit it in a smaller window and just letting it rip. He did also disclose that he had been dealing with a leg contusion since the Dolphins game. I don't know how severe that had been or how it had been affecting him, but he did say he was ready to go for today's game.
Well, that probably limited the Jets' ability to call straight quarterback run, which you have to figure is a big part of their normal game plan when Justin Fields is under center. Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback. 1st and 10 Panthers. They run left. Hubbard gets the edge. Kiko Mauinoa brings him down, but not before he gets across the 45 to the Panthers' 46-yard line. So the Jets lost contain, and Chuba Hubbard ran left for 11 yards.
Yeah, and that's always big, right? Again, understand your responsibilities. Everybody has to fulfill a gap. If the outside is the D gap or the back went, whether it's front side or back side, you've got to be disciplined with your eyes. Should be an easy tackle, but a good back will find that space and make it pay.
Bryce Young under center. Again, Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback. 2 tight ends. Tight end in motion. Play action off a fake pitch. The crosser is Xavier Legette. A little dump off from Bryce Young. He finds him, and he gets across the 50 out of bounds at the Jet 48-yard line for a gain of 6. You know, back to Caroline's thought about the fact that Justin Fields needs to let it rip and being maybe a little too careful with the ball. When Jaden Daniels was the quarterback at LSU, called an LSU game for ESPN, we were sitting with Brian Kelly. And about halfway through the season, Jaden Daniels hadn't thrown an interception yet. And I said to Brian Kelly, you must be thrilled with Jaden Daniels and his numbers right now, like 13, 14 touchdowns, no interceptions. He said, actually, not really. I'll explain why in a moment as Bryce Young's under center. 2nd down and 4 at the Jet 48-yard line. Hubbard, the lone setback. He takes the handoff and runs left. The Jets bring him down, grabbed by Quinnen Williams after a gain of a yard. He said when a quarterback halfway through the season hasn't thrown an interception yet, it's almost a sign that they're being too conservative, like too careful with the football. But you need to throw an interception every now and then, or it's okay to have a few if it means once in a while you're pushing the ball down the field, Anthony, and taking some risks, because we have to take some risks to make big plays. And that was just, he thought, a symptom of Jaden Daniels, not wanting to take those risks and checking it down too often. 3rd down and 4. Carolina at the Jet 48-yard line. Shotgun for Young. Jets bring a blitz. He looks left. He throws left. Sauce Gardner out there. Knocks it away from McMillan. One-on-one coverage for Gardner. And he got the left hand around, knocked it away. And here comes the punt group. So I guess that's part of the coaching thing, right? Is it, Anthony? Like you're coaching your quarterback to recognize that every now and then it's okay to make a mistake, because you have to risk making mistakes to make big plays.
I do, and I think what's important is understanding, like, when you push the ball downfield, like, you have to see a pre-snap, Bob. If you got a one-on-one you like, trust your receiver and get the ball out on time. Don't sit back there and then just throw it down the field. So that's that happy medium of, like, okay, being aggressive, but doing
start. Offense, number 55, 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
But doing it properly. And right. I think that's where Justin Fields has to play in that world with the deep ball.
So a false start by Carolina with their punt group on the field, as Sam Martin will kick it deep. Isaiah Williams, the Jet 10-yard line, hoping for a chance at a return. Martin will let it go from about the Panthers 35. Gets it away. End-over-end kick. Williams floats right. Calls for a fair catch at the Jet 13 and hauls it in there. 8:52 to go before halftime. We're tied at 3, and it should be Justin Fields at quarterback when we return, as he looked to be okay over on the Jets sideline. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the home for Jets football.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. Or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Get you one way or another. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
Score big this season at Met Foods and Met Fresh, your hometown supermarkets and your game day headquarters. From tailgate must-haves to halftime snacks, stock up like a champ with farm fresh produce and everyday essentials, all without breaking the budget. Now offering online shopping, local delivery, and weekly meal tips to keep your team fueled all season long. Visit metfoods.com or metfreshsupermarkets.com for store hours, digital coupons, and online ordering. Root for New York, shop local, eat like a champion, love Met Foods.
Thinking about your next career move? Invest in your future at Lincoln Tech's area campuses. With November classes starting soon in exciting fields like automotive, diesel, healthcare, and skilled trades, there's never been a better time to begin hands-on training for a career you'll be proud of. Take control of your future and get the experience that can open doors. Visit lincolntech.edu for details.
First half scoreboard brought to you by Smirnoff. Already this morning, overseas, the Rams beat Jacksonville 35-7. Other games going on right now. Second quarter, New England and Tennessee tied at 10. Philadelphia leads Minnesota 14-3. It's Kansas City 14-0 at home over Vegas. Cleveland on top of Miami 10-3. And the Bears lead the Saints 12-0. The Jets and the Panthers tied at 3. 8:52 to go in the first half here. Jets have the ball at their own 13-yard line with both Breece Hall and Isaiah Davis in the game, either side of Fields in the shotgun. Fields takes the snap, play action, rolls to his right, throws right, incomplete. He missed the check down to Isaiah Davis, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Jets at their own 13, but good to see Justin Fields back in the game after that wicked hit he took from Nick Scott on the last series.
Yeah, you know, somebody that's very mindful of quarterbacks taking hits. I mean, I will never question Justin Fields toughness, nor will this fan base for that. But it's good to see him on the field. And again, just getting him in a rhythm now with that whole shakeup will be important here on this series as we move forward.
3 receivers left. Mason Taylor motions left to right. Shotgun for Fields. Davis to his right. Takes the snap. Quarterback run. Justin Fields runs right, trying to break tackle, slips up the sideline and gets walloped out of bounds again. Christian Roseboom lowered the boom, helped by Trevin Wallace. Late flag thrown from the secondary well after the play was over. It's going to be against the Jets. This is going to be an after the play is over personal foul, as the Jets might still be upset from the hit earlier on Fields.
After the play, personal foul. Offense number 76. Tap the distance to the goal. It will be 3rd down.
So that's John Simpson. The down counts because the play was over.
And he's coming out, Bob. Yeah. Aaron's not going to stand for it. And again, this is, he don't want to see it. He don't want to hear it. We've got some sound there in the background. You can see it. And again, he's a veteran player that has to be much smarter regardless of the situation.
So Xavier Newman goes in to play left guard. John Simpson pulled after the personal foul. That makes it 3rd and 14. Jets at their own 9-yard line. Fields, shotgun, drops to throw. No, quarterback draw right up the middle. And he dives out across the 15 to the 16-yard line just to try to buy some room for the punt group. The crowd doesn't like the call, but being careful with the football, 3rd and 14 from your own 9-yard line, you can understand the strategy in a 3-3 game why you would do that with 8 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, it's a catastrophic penalty. I mean, we're talking about this now. You can deal with certain penalties, but personal fouls, like from a veteran player, it just can't happen. And again, that's what you do. You take them out because the only way to affect a player is get them off the field, and that's what Aaron did on that play.
Austin McNamara to punt from about the Jet 5-yard line. ETN to receive. He gets it away. A wobbly spiral. ETN floats left at the 37 of Carolina, settles under it. He gets across the 45, wiggles left across the 46 to about the 47-yard line of Carolina. So really good field position for the Panthers. Midway through the 2nd quarter, we are tied at 3. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the home for...
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season. When the game's over, I want you to check out my 24/7 station, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're going no huddle. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. We play my podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, stand-up and interview clips from my many years at late night, a live call-in show hosted by Andy Richter, and a whole lot more. Conan O'Brien Radio Channel 104, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
If it's happening in baseball,
the Dodgers are going back to the World Series.
It's on MLB Network Radio.
Dave Roberts getting ready to celebrate.
We enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. So still a lot of work to be done. Let's just do something special.
We're down here with Mookie Betts.
And we'll get to celebrate tonight, and it's just this is the reason why we play the game.
MLB Network Radio, SiriusXM Channel 89, and on the SiriusXM app.
Your home for fantasy sports is SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio.
Because of this channel, this has been the best morning in a long time.
Whether you're playing in a redraft league, dynasty league, or putting in that daily fantasy sports lineup, our experts will tell you how to get an edge on the competition.
If there's ever a year to hold off on quarterback, this is it.
We'll get you ready for all your drafts with player projections, in-season fantasy football management, waiver wire tips, and start-sit decisions.
This is a top 10 fantasy tight end until further notice.
And before the football season begins, we'll help you identify the rookies who could make an impact with our coverage of the Combine and the NFL Draft.
Whenever you take a first-round NFL drafted running back, it works.
During fantasy baseball season, you'll hear roster-building strategies from former big league executives Steve Phillips and Jim Bowden.
I prefer my first 2 picks to be 5-category players.
SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and the SiriusXM app.
The New York Daily News app today. Satisfy your halftime hunger with Snickers this NFL season. Visit Snickers.com/halftime for a chance to win a trip to Super Bowl 60. As we pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6:30 Eastern on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
104.3.
So the John Simpson, after the play is over, personal foul, hurts the Jets. Field position-wise as well, Bryce Young in a diamond formation as he drops back to throw near midfield. Swing pass right, caught by Horn, gets a block down the sideline, flag thrown from the secondaries. He's tripped up near the line of scrimmage by Brandon Stevens. Good recovery by Stevens to make an ankle tackle on Jimmy Horn Jr. and a flag thrown from the secondary. No gain on first down.
Pass interference, offense, number 17. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
So Xavier Legette called for offensive pass interference. The Jets take the penalty rather than the down. So rather than making it 2nd down and 10, they opt for 1st and 20, pushing Carolina back to their own 38.
Legette's a big receiver, 230 pounds. He mixes it up quite a bit when he's not getting the football, and that's something he's been dealing with here throughout his career as a big, strong receiver, and the Jets are able to get a call on it.
Tetaroa McMillan solo left, slot right, shotgun for Young. Dowdle to his right in the shotgun. He's back to throw on 1st and 20 at his own 30-yard line under pressure. Floats one high left for Horn, and it's broken up. Malachi Moore lowered the boom on Jimmy Horn Jr. just as the ball arrived and jarred it free down the sideline at the Jet 30 to make it 2nd and 20.
Well, Horn is open going across the field. A couple things happen, though. One, Bryce Young's kind of flushed out of the pocket, and he floats the ball a little bit. It gives Malachi Moore the opportunity, like you said, to get closer to the offensive player because the ball's floating, and he supplies a big hit to knock it and discharge it out of the hands of Horn.
McMillan wide left, trips to the near side right. Shotgun for Bryce Young. 2nd and 20 at the Carolina 38. Takes the snap. Jets rush 4. Back to throw. Looks right. Throws right sideline. And it is broken up by Brandon Stevens. He tried to float one into Jalen Coker. And Stevens sagged back. Got the right hand on it. It's going to be 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, they're in a cover 2. The corner's falling back in Stevens. And he tries to throw a corner route into that little pocket. And the arm strength, we talked about Bryce Young. Doesn't have great arm strength. Kind of floats the ball. And Brandon Stevens almost intercepts that one. Could have been the first one of the season.
3rd down and 20. Carolina at their own 38-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 receivers spread, 3 to the near side right. Jets with a 4-man front. They'll rush 4. It's a screen to the right to Legette. Gets to the 40-yard line, and he won't go much further. Jamian Sherwood was all over him. So 6:45 to go in the opening half. And the Panthers, after that penalty to Simpson, get the ball basically at midfield, Anthony, and the Jet defense does a great job with the help of a penalty dealing with what should have been most of the time points when you start at midfield to force the Panthers backwards.
And Simpson should be the first one on the field high-fiving every defensive player for making that happen. So it's a great job by the defense forcing a punt. And you saw how a penalty affected Carolina there, making it 3rd and long.
Sam Martin with a spiraling punt. Floating left with a flag down. Isaiah Williams, returnable from the Jet 8. Runs right, cuts it upfield at the 10. Bouncing off some tacklers and gets enveloped at about the 13-yard line after a 50-yard punt. And the Jets will be called for a penalty as well. So it's going to put them inside their own 10-yard line to start this next possession. With 6:07 to go in the first half.
During the kick, holding, return team number 29. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick. First down.
So
Timeout.
Jarvis Brownlee called for a hold and will step aside. Tied at 3, 6:07 to go in the first half. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the home.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's talk wrestling, past, present, and the future. Hey, it's the coach here. If you live, breathe, eat wrestling like I do, you got to check out Off the Ropes on SiriusXM.
What?
Off the Ropes, your front row seat to everything happening in pro wrestling, the hottest stories, unforgettable interviews, and a rotating crew of insiders who've been in the ring and behind the curtain. You won't get this kind of access anywhere else. Catch us weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern on Pro Wrestling Nation, 24/7 on SiriusXM, channel 156.
Hello, my dear. We've been waiting all year to unleash the sounds of fear. Soundtrack, scary stories, a howl, and a sneer. Sirius XM Scream, your soundtrack for Halloween. On now, Channel 105, and on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to tune in to Moving the Chains tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern.
We'll be breaking down all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football as the Bucs battle the Lions and the Texans take on the Seahawks.
Plus, we'll talk with Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and keep you updated on the latest injury news.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Moving the Chains, Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
Previously on A New Breed of Golf.
Talking with Paul Azinger, the winning captain of the 2008 Ryder Cup team.
Americans walk into the Ryder Cup with a target on their back. And Europe walks in with a chip on their shoulder, and they're aiming at us. And they pull out the best possible skills at the Ryder Cup.
Listen to A New Breed of Golf every day starting at 9 a.m. Eastern on PGA Tour Radio, Channel 92 in the car, and on the Sirius XM app.
This
Chase the sweet nectar of the end zone.
is the NFL on Sirius XM.
Why?
There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. So the Jets, after the penalty, the holding call on Brownlee on the punt coverage, backed up to their own 4-yard line to start this possession. 6:07 to go in the first half, tied at 3. And the Jets will line up with 2 tight ends, both set right. Breece Hall, the lone setback, 5 yards deep in the end zone. Justin Fields under center. Handoff Breece Hall. Submarines across the 5 to about the 7-yard line for a gain of 3. Carolina starts the third quarter with the ball. So ideally here, Anthony, you put together a time-consuming drive, give your defense a break, score some points before halftime, and you don't give Carolina that opportunity.
Number 61 is reporting as eligible. Number 61.
You don't want the double up, right? You don't want the Panthers to get the ball before halftime and then coming out to start the third quarter as well.
Man, the key is getting the first down. That's got to be the most critical thing, and then you can build off it. But again, you cannot have any issues, penalties, false starts. Be smooth here to get the sticks moved.
Well, Max Mitchell out there is a 6th offensive lineman. Another handoff to Breece Hall. And he goes off right guard for about 2. Derek Brown brings him down at the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Jets at their own 9. They didn't make much mystery out of what they were about to do there. 6 offensive linemen and a couple of tight ends, and now the personnel changes. Here come all the wide receivers back on the field.
Yeah, and it's always tricky when you're reading the edge. Justin Fields has the ability to pull that ball, and sometimes you're not quite sure the read's there, and then you hand it off, and all of a sudden there's nobody on the edge. You're like, man, I wish I should have pulled it. So again, just keeping your eye on that here as the running game goes on with the ability to run it with the quarterback position.
Mason Taylor tight left, 2 receivers right. Josh Reynolds now motions from right to left. Flags. It's going to be a false start on the Jets.
False start. Offense. Number 76. Half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
And we just talked about that, right, Bob? Like when you're pinned back, those are the first things your quarterback or, whatever, the offensive line coach, you're saying, guys, we got to be clean here. We got to hear the count. We got to understand what we're trying to do to get that first down. And now you're in a position where it's like, man, you're backed up. You're in a 3rd and 10. You have to pass, or maybe you don't. And you just want to punt it out there. You just don't have the ability to do a lot of different things here offensively.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. Failed to convert here. You're punting from the end zone, and Carolina could get the ball right back where they were a moment ago, which is near midfield. So a big play here. Justin Fields from the Jet goal line. Takes the shotgun snap, swings a screen right, caught by Lazard with a stiff arm and a flag down up the right sideline across the 10 to the 11. He is short of the first down, but we're going to have to check the penalty marker as it was thrown from the secondary.
And maybe a hold on the receiver in space here. And again,
There's no foul on the play. It is 4th down.
No foul.
I know it sounds like our referee, Brad Evans, is in the middle of some type of violent storm every time he turns on his microphone, but I think what he said was there's no foul on the play. So they picked up the flag. So now McNamara will kick. Etienne will receive. And unless Austin McNamara absolutely booms a changing field position punt here, Carolina will be right back near midfield. McNamara from about 3 yards deep in the end zone. Set to take the snap with 4 minutes to go in the half. The Jets should let the clock wind down. Still 15 on the play clock. They do snap it, though. McNamara gets it away. Spiraling kick and a good one. Etienne up against the sideline at his own 33-yard line. Bobbled it for a moment, runs right, tries to turn the corner, breaks a tackle. He's at the 40-yard line, stays on his feet, hops over a tackler, out of bounds at the 48. Malachi Moore finally knocked him out, but an excellent return by Trevor Etienne to midfield. And with 3:41 to go before halftime, tied at 3. Exactly what we said, Anthony. The last possession for Carolina started at their own 47. Now they're at their own 48. That's that complementary football where you need your offense just to get a few first downs to change field position. It's a tough spot to keep putting the defense in.
You do, and you don't want to go back and harp about this, but this is how field position changes when you have that Simpson penalty. It pins you back. When you're punting from your end zone the first time, they get the ball at the 50. And then when they punt it back, because your defense does a great job, Bob, what do? They repin you back behind the 10-yard line. Now you're really on an uphill tread there trying to get out of it. And again, they get good field position because you're not able to get a first down because of a false start penalty on offense.
2 tight ends. Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback. Bryce Young under center near midfield, 1st and 10 in a 3-3 tie. Young, toss sweep to the left. Hubbard looking for a crease, and he is met and thrown down by Quinnen Williams. A gain of 1. It looked like they had movement on the right side of the Jet defense, and Quinnen Williams just shut the door.
And he whips the left guard. And again, today, number 68, Damian Lewis, the normal starter, is not active today. So that's a terrible matchup if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of reps. You got to go against arguably the best defensive tackle in football, and he just whips you at the 50.
2nd down and 9 at the 49 of Carolina. Bryce Young in the shotgun. 2 receivers stacked left. Chuba Hubbard to his left. Jets bring a blitz. He's back to throw. Looks over the middle. Scrambles out of the pocket. Running right. Throws it away. Just spiked it down near Mitchell Evans as Jermaine Johnson flushed him out. So now it's 3rd down and 9 and a great chance for the Jet defense to do what they did last time, which was get a stop after the Panthers start with great field position. 3rd and 9, Panthers at their own 49.
Yeah, it's been good. All levels, covering the receivers. Bryce Young doesn't have anywhere to throw the football. There's somebody there to cause a potential sack. So again, defense has held up the end of the bargain. See if they can get off here with maybe a little pressure on 3rd and 9.
Chuba Hubbard sneaks up near the line of scrimmage in front of Bryce Young. Now moves from his right to his left. 3 receivers. Jets show blitz. False start. Andre Sisco ran up to the line of scrimmage, and he forced the left tackle, it looked like.
Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Ika Mekwanwu, the left tackle. Well, that seemed to be here comes Andre Sisco, and I need to get a head start to be ready to protect. He backed up early, so now it's 3rd and 14.
Well, you said the running back moved because they sugared those 2 backers in the inside A gaps and stood them up in front of the center. That slowed everything down, and it almost was a delay of game as well.
So 3rd and 14, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Panthers at their own 44. 3 receivers right. McMillan solo left. Back to throw is Young. Flushed out of the pocket, rolling right, throws across his body, checks it down to McMillan. He runs left to the 50 with a stiff arm brought down. About 3 yards shy of a first down. Jamie and Sherwood, Sauce Gardner combine on the tackle at the Jet 45 to make it 4th and 3. And 2:40 to go in the first half. The Panthers will go for it. They picked up about 10 yards on that play to make it 4th and manageable. And they're going to go for it at the Jet 45.
Yeah, McMillan was able to find a spot. He almost got back across the field. Good job by Sauce chasing him down. But again, opportunity again for Jets defense to get on the field here with 4th and 5.
Jets got to stop on 4th down the last time the Panthers went for it. Bryce Young in the shotgun. 3 receivers right. Jets show blitz. They'll rush 4. Young looks right, throws right. He's got McMillan in the soft spot of the Jet zone at the Jet 35-yard line for a first down. Jarvis Brownlee brings him down, but Bryce Young will take us down to the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning.
With a 4th down conversion, so the Panthers in business in a 3-3 tie when we come back. The 2-minute warning is brought to you by Ticketmaster. Buy or sell your Jets tickets with the official ticket marketplace of the New York Jets at Ticketmaster.com/Jets. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3.
Listen to your team's pre- and post-game shows on the SiriusXM app.
We got our hands full, but we should be a better team.
Just search for your team's channel before and after every game to get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
I appreciate that locker room. That's a bunch of fighters in there.
Listen to your hometown announcers and your local pre- and post-game shows all on the SiriusXM app. And subscribers whose vehicles are equipped with our 360L radios, you can check out your team channel while you're on the road.
The pop is true. I'm a sucker for you. The drops. The bars. And the riffs that defined a decade. Pop hits from the 2010s. The 10 Spot, Channel 11, and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is SiriusXM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the SiriusXM Blitz. As the leaves begin to turn, we will take a look at how some of the rookies are doing in the first half of the season.
You know, I spent a lot of time studying Jackson Dart. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm.
Plus, NFC title contenders face off on Monday Night Football with the Bucs and the Lions.
Fire them cannons! SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season, but when you aren't listening to my pigskin flying around on SiriusXM, come check out my channel, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. It's comedy in the red zone all season long. Conan O'Brien Radio. That's a tough tackle. He's down. He's not getting up. He's dead. Wait, I took it too far. Conan O'Brien Radio, channel 104, anytime you want on the SiriusXM app.
Equal housing lender.
Back at MetLife Stadium. 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Panthers and Jets both have all three of their timeouts. But Carolina in business inside the Jet 35-yard line with a first down in a 3-3 tie. Today's game partner is JetBlue, the official airline of the New York Jets. Two tight ends, two receivers to the near side right as Xavier Legette motions right. Chuba Hubbard the lone setback, Bryce Young under center. Handoff Hubbard right up the middle, hunting for some room, and scoots inside the Jet 30 to the New York 29-yard line for a gain of 5.
And again, Jets have 3 timeouts, but you give up such a big gain on first down. It takes away your opportunity to really take one there. So now they're going to have to wait and see after this if they can get a stop, whether it's an incompletion or another potential run. Then they can call timeout if they're short.
Second down and a short 4 at the Jet 34-yard line. Say a long 4 close to 5. Young under center. Play action. Back to throw. Looks downfield. Screen left. Caught by Hubbard. Blockers in front. Left sideline 20. He's at the 15 at the 10. Toe taps inside the 5. Out of bounds at about the 3. No one accounted for Chuba Hubbard. He had blockers just waiting for Jets to show up down the left side of the field. It's first and goal at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Bob, and again, you got 3 offensive linemen just basically standing out like a receiver, and you got Will McDonald coming free off the edge. If he just jumps up and puts his hands up, it may make that throw a little difficult, but he goes for the body shot, and Bryce Young's able to find a wide-open running back on the edge.
Minute 18 to go in the first half. First and goal at the Jet 3. Young under center. Hubbard the lone setback. Play action, rolls out to his right, looks back to the left, tucks it under, buying time, extending the play. Young sidearms one in the end zone for a touchdown to Legette. Xavier Legette basically played schoolyard football as Bryce Young wanted the throwback. It wasn't there initially, so he just ran around and bought time, and eventually Xavier Legette came free, and Young finds him for a 3-yard touchdown pass, and that puts Carolina back on top.
Yeah, once a quarterback breaks free of the pocket within the 5-yard line, Bob, it's just incredibly hard to run with different receivers and tight ends and backs. And if you extend the play a little longer like Bryce Young does, he's able to just wait for someone to come open. It's tough defensively, but again, it goes back to that play previously that got the big play.
Ryan Fitzgerald puts the point after, right down the middle and through. So with 1:11 to go before halftime, Carolina now has a 10-3 lead. Now, The Jets have 1:11 in all 3 of their timeouts. So if they can get something going on offense, then they have plenty of time to score points before halftime. But they only have 84 total yards of offense here in the first half. So some of the troubles have carried over from last week to this week. And Justin Fields is absolutely standing right next to the coaching staff, Tanner Engstrand. He's going to be the quarterback when the Jets jump on the field here. But you wonder if this drive stalls. Is there a chance Aaron Glenn would try and spark the offense by letting Tyrod Taylor play?
Well, I mean, they could spark the offense here, Bob. Let's see a true 2-minute operation. You know, I think the biggest thing in London with that 2-minute everybody's talking about was really the first play. They ran it. Like, let's spread it out and see. Tanner's got it. I mean, look, the quarterback sometimes can get more completions and not think about a lot of things if they just get out and throw it and let them run the operation. So let's see how the offense goes here, depending where they get this return to.
Fitzgerald with the kick. Returnable for Wangwu from the 5-yard line. Out to his right to the 10, gets the 15-20, runs across the 30. Pretty good return. Out to about the 33-yard line, brought down by Muma Jongmeta. So Kene Wangwu gives the Jets at least field position that they can work with at their own 33-yard line with 1:05 to go before halftime and all of their timeouts.
Yeah, a true minute here, 2-minute drive. Let Breece Hall become a factor in the passing game as a check down guy. You're going to have a loose defense. Make your completion, throw it with accuracy, move the ball down the field, and get yourself in a position to score. 2
receivers to the near side left. And a handoff to Breece Hall running right for about 2 yards. DJ Wanham brought him down. The clock goes under a minute to go in the first half. Fields trying to get the team lined up, but the Jets have an injury. Is that Breece Hall? Breece Hall's hurt. So Breece Hall is down. That will cost the Jets a timeout. And even more importantly, they're worried about Breece Hall. He is quickly helped up. Hopefully all he did was, on that tackle by Wanham, maybe fall on the football and get the wind knocked out of him as he is walking slowly off the field.
Timeout. New York Jets. They're first.
So with the injury to Breece Hall, of course, Braylon Allen lost for the better part of the regular season back in the Miami game in week 4. So now Isaiah Davis is, of the starting 3 trio for the Jets at running back, the only one that's healthy is Breece Hall's going back to the locker room. Back to throw is Justin Fields. Slant right, caught, and that's good for a first down. Up the hash marks on the near side, squeezed one in to Isaiah Davis out of the backfield. Jets are hustling, 40 seconds to go in the half, preserving their timeouts, 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. Fields out of the shotgun, back to throw once again. Looks left, looks over the middle, comes back to the right, nowhere to go. Scrambles right, gets to the 50, timeout called. He picks up 7 to the 49-yard line of Carolina. And now Carolina has an injured player, and that looks like Mike Jackson, the corner, is hurt.
And AG's going to probably think, hey, can I get my timeout back
here?
He should. I mean,
because this should be a Carolina timeout. Right. Inside of 2 minutes for an injured player, it should cost them a timeout, not the Jets.
Since there's an injury to a defensive player at the end of the play, it will be a timeout charge to Carolina. They're first. New York is not charged a timeout. They have 2 timeouts remaining.
So that's big. And it looks like it might be Princely Umanmielen again, and he is the injured player. So he's coming off the field. So 27 seconds to go, Anthony.
Game clock operator, please put 28 seconds on the game clock, please. 28 seconds. Thank
Even
you.
better, an embarrassment of riches. The Jets get an extra second back, so 28 seconds to go and 2 timeouts. That makes a big, big difference, having 2 timeouts rather than 1 with only 28 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, so, no sacks. Clearly, you don't want to do that. Any completion here that's positive, Bob, you're going to have to get another timeout, bang it out, get yourself reset. You have the 1 more remaining to set yourself up for the field goal if you can. But, again, you got some time to survey the field here, move the sticks, and stop the clock.
5-man front for Carolina. Shotgun for Fields at midfield, 2nd down and short. 28 seconds to go. They bring a blitz. Fields looks right, under pressure. He's going to be sacked. He didn't let go of the ball against the blitz. Trayvon Merrick, the strong safety.
Timeout. New York Jets. Their second to 32nd timeout. Please put 24 seconds on the game clock, please. 24 seconds. Thank you.
So they add another second back to the game clock. 24 seconds to go in the half, but it's an 8-yard loss on the Trayvon Merrick sack.
They had pressure there, Bob, and Justin's looking at the back to get it to him quick, and he sees the linebacker running towards him, but he has time. Just put it on the back and let him go to work there. Again, there was enough separation. You just got to trust and go with it. You know, when that pressure comes, you just have to feel it and go, and they're just holding it. Just puts you in a terrible situation backed up.
Empty backfield, 4 receivers left. Mason Taylor to the far side right. Fields back to throw. Looking downfield, throws one left, caught. Isaiah Davis runs left. He's going to get the first down and get out of bounds at the 44-yard line of Carolina. Now there is a flag down, but I don't know if the official just dropped his flag as he was running up to officiate the play.
There's no foul on the play. It's a first down, New York Jets.
Yeah, there's no penalty. It's just the near side official just accidentally dropped his flag on the sideline. So 17 seconds to go in the half. And the Jets still have a timeout at the 44-yard line of Carolina.
Yeah, the goal was, I mean, we keep the 35-yard line is probably a good spot. You need about 8 yards here to get it where you need to be. But you do have a little bit of a wind at your back, too, that can help Nick with a field goal opportunity.
Mason Taylor in motion, shotgun for Fields. Isaiah Davis to his left. Timeout called by Carolina from their sideline.
Timeout. Carolina. Their second 30-second timeout.
Just really enjoyable listening to the mellow tones of Brad Rogers every time he gets a chance to turn on the microphone.
My goodness.
17 seconds to go in the second quarter. This is a question I probably shouldn't ask on the air, but I asked to our crew. Does it sound that bad on the air as it does in our ears? It does. It's not good for anybody. Yeah, he needs some help with that microphone because it's a rough listen. But you know what? It's at least 10 seconds you're not listening to me, so it's probably a benefit to everyone. All right, so after the Carolina defensive timeout, Carolina 10, the Jets 3, but the Jets absolutely in position here where they can try a field goal before halftime. If they just pick up another handful of yards or so to make it easier for Nick Folk. Empty backfield, 5 wide for Fields. Isaiah Davis goes in motion. 4-man rush, Fields back to throw. Looks over the middle, throws, batted down at the line by Derek Brown. So 14 seconds to go in the half. It'll be second down and 10 at the Carolina 44 as Derek Brown knocked that one out of midair.
Yeah, it's okay. They had a man-to-man kind of a mesh route, and they did have a runner.
Game clock operator, please put 15 seconds on the game clock, please. 15. Thank you.
And we're getting another second back, which is good. You know, that's a positive listening to that. But, again, it's okay. Anything inside the 40, Bob, in my opinion, you got a field goal.
Yep.
So now you only need 4.5 yards. Find that guy, get it down, let the clock run down, and bang a timeout.
Fields back to throw. Looks right. Under pressure. And he is going to try to escape the pocket. He goes down. Ashawn Robinson sacks him. Back to the Jet 46-yard line and now well outside of field goal range. And they may just let the first half clock expire, and they will.
This is the end of the first half. Timeout.
So that ends the half with the Panthers on top 10-3, and they'll start the third quarter with the ball. Carolina 10 and the Jets 3. And we have arrived at halftime. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the home for Jets.
Sam Roberts has a brand new daily show on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Not Sam Wrestling Live. Join Sam Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern, for his spin on everything going on in the world of pro wrestling.
John Cena basically proceeded to give us a fan service match. He proceeded to give us the match that we wanted, that would make us cheer.
It's Not Sam Wrestling Live on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Channel 156 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM College Sports Radio has everything a college football fan needs.
They're not gonna get him! Touchdown!
Get ready for game day with our roster of experts, including Chris Childers.
There's nothing that we have in this world like college football. It's the greatest thing we have.
Plus, get insider access with exclusive interviews.
Georgia head coach Kirby Smart joining us.
Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State.
Catch it all on College Sports Radio, channel 84 in your car, and on the Sirius XM app.
Discover the stars and sounds of Latin music's biggest year yet and get ready for the Billboard Latin Music Awards with a channel featuring all the hits from this year's finalists. Bad Bunny, Carol G, and more. Plus, iconic tracks from past winners. The Billboard Latin Music Week channel. Direct from Miami. Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and the SiriusXM app.
We're excited to start the season. I have high hopes for this team.
Basketball is back.
We're talking here with Anthony Edwards.
Every time I get to step on the floor, I feel like it's my first game again. From the hardwood to the headlines, we're bringing you inside access to every NBA team with exclusive interviews and analysis.
Joined by the one and only Steph Curry.
We understand we're working towards something bigger.
Catch NBA Radio season preview shows anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Jets halftime show is brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets, and by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Now, cheers Dan Grassa and Greg Buttle.
And we welcome into the New York Jets halftime report. It's brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets. Dan Grassa, Greg Buttle. We're live at MetLife Stadium at the half. The Panthers with a 10-3 lead over the New York Jets. Bryce Young connecting with Xavier Legette from 3 yards out with a little over a minute to play in half number one. Greg, that was pretty much the extent of it offensively because yet again, at least as the Jets are concerned, really tough sledding on that side of the ball. They're unable to even get a field goal or a Hail Mary try on that final possession before the half, instead letting clock run out. Just 97 total net yards and only the one Nick Folk field goal.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the Jets defense is playing well enough in here that they made a couple mistakes and they've given up about 8 big plays, which are plays of over 10 yards in the first half. Now, that being said, maybe there was one mental error on the defensive side, but offensively, they're still having issues on the offensive line and the passing game. And, of course, they have 3 sacks costed to them already in the first half and only 25 yards passing by Justin Fields. That will have to change immediately in the third quarter. You're going to have to do something to get the ball in the air and down the field.
Absolutely. Justin Fields, as you said, 6 of 12, 46 yards passing. You throw in the sacks, it's 25 net yards of passing, so not a lot of production there. Breece Hall, 9 carries, 35 yards on the ground. Not even a lot of maneuverability as far as that's concerned. On the flip side, you look at Bryce Young, the young quarterback there for the Carolina Panthers, 11 of 18, 117 yards. He's moving well in the pocket, Greg, eluding that Jets rush and finding guys open to make plays.
Yeah, and again, I mean, the Jets aren't finding themselves with a lot of pressure. They have pressured the quarterback about 5 times, but still, Bryce Young's been elusive of a sack, even though the Jets have been around him.
10-3 is our score at the half. The Panthers lead the Jets. More to come for us. You're listening to Jets Football on Q104.3 and the Jets Radio Network.
When it comes to home heating oil, Sloman's delivers more than just fuel. They deliver peace of mind. Lock in your oil price with the Price Protection Plan and avoid surprise rate hikes all season long. With automatic deliveries, you'll never run out, and their 24/7 service means help is always a call away. Need flexibility? Ask about their budget plans with up to 30 days to pay. Sloman's has been trusted in the tri-state area for over 100 years. Call 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomans.com today.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. Or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't get you one way or another. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
Thinking about your next career move? Invest in your future at Lincoln Tech's area campuses. With November classes starting soon in exciting fields like automotive, diesel, healthcare, and skilled trades, there's never been a better time to begin hands-on training for a career you'll be proud of. Take control of your future and get the experience that can open doors. Visit lincolntech.edu for details.
Q104.3 is the new radio home of the Jets. Next Sunday,
the Jets head to the Queen City ahead of the bye to take on newly acquired Joe Flacco and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Coverage starts with Party Classics on the Q104.3 Rock and Roll Tailgate at 10 a.m. Dan Grossa and Greg Buttle bring you the pregame at 11. Kickoff at 1 p.m. with Bob Wischusen and Anthony Beck. Q104.3.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Joe Namath, only one Curtis Martin, and only one Kevin Mawai. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at profootballhof.com.
I'm Bruce Murray.
And I'm Rich Gannon.
Join us Monday, noon Eastern Time on the Sirius XM Blitz. We recap the 7th Sunday of the NFL season, including the Rams and Jaguars in London, Colts and the Chargers, Eagles and Vikings, and Mike Vrabel's return to Nashville as the Patriots visit Tennessee.
Plus, we get you ready for 2 games on Monday Night Football, starting with the Buccaneers at the Lions and the Texans at the Seahawks.
So don't miss the Sirius XM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon, Monday, noon Eastern Time on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
The new film, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, tells the story of his 1982 album, Nebraska.
It was a representation of who I wanted to be.
Bruce Springsteen joins actor Jeremy Allen White in a Sirius XM town hall with questions from superfans.
If you can make this honest, people will connect with it.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, on E Street Radio, Sirius XM Channel 20, and on the Sirius XM app.
Are you ready? Wrestling fans, you asked for it? You got it. Introducing Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, an all-new channel on Sirius XM dedicated to the squared circle.
This right here is the future of wrestling.
Catch interviews with the top stars and the biggest names breaking down WWE, AEW, TNA, and everything in between daily. Listen to Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7, channel 156, and on the Sirius XM app.
It'll be Bob and Anthony. They've got the second half for you with the Panthers leading the Jets by a score of 10-3. You're listening to Jets football on Q104.3 and the Jets Radio Network.
The Jets Halftime Show has been brought to you by
MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets, and by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. Or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't... Get you one way or another. IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
Huddle
up with Food Bazaar Supermarket for game day catering. From chicken wings and tenders to spare ribs, sandwich and cheese platters, you'll find an entire lineup at catering.foodbazaar.com. That's catering.foodbazaar.com. Or if you're just looking to shop for groceries from the comforts of home, we've got that in the playbook too. Go to shop.foodbazaar.com. Place your order and use promo code FANSGET10 for $10 off your $50 order. That's shop.foodbazaar.com. Food Bazaar Supermarket. Shop local, eat global.
We love classic rock in the morning.
Jim Kerr rocks.
You love classic rock in the morning.
Yeah, Jim Kerr, Shelley, love him.
We're going to get along just fine.
It wakes me up in the morning.
Absolutely wonderful.
Whatever they play, I listen to. They're great.
Because I love rock and roll. Jim Kerr mornings. Classic rock all day. And now, your flagship station for New York Jets football. This is New York's classic rock.
You guys rock!
Q104.3.
Shh, it's okay, Daddy's here. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. Josh Allen beat Daddy's team and really went off. When the game ends, Daddy's ranking will fall. And Jerkface Bill will win Fantasy League trophy and all.
Hun, have a Snickers.
Thanks.
And maybe take a break from the league chat.
You're distracted when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Man, findings.
We are back at MetLife Stadium, set for the start of the third quarter. Carolina will start the third quarter with a 10-3 lead and the ball. Bob Wischusen and Anthony Beck with our first half learnings, brought to you by Kane University, where Cougars climb higher to achieve their dreams of earning a college degree. All right, Anthony, what'd you learn in the first half?
Well, you know, defense really came up big for the most part because of the fact that field position was not in the favor of the Jets. And that really comes down to just a couple penalties that really cost the Jets into that second quarter, which basically gave Carolina on their last three possessions, Bob, the ball right around the 50-yard line. And that is just tough duty. And your offense has to find a way, if you do get pinned back, to get a couple first downs. We haven't seen any drives except the opening drive where they're able to functionally kind of get down and get yourself the chains moving. So again, we'll see what the team decides to do offensively here when they get the ball back. But defense right now is doing what they can in their part to at least keep it close, and offense needs to find a way to get on track.
The Panthers will start the second half with Trevor Etienne and Chuba Hubbard back deep to receive the kick of Nick Folk. The second half kickoff is presented by Visa and Cash App, official partners of the New York Jets. Folk has it on the tee, and this at least will give the Jets a chance to have field position on their side to start in the third quarter, because the offense and their inability to move the ball was putting the defense in a tough spot before halftime, as Folk puts it high end over end, and it'll float out to Etienne at the 5. Now to his left to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Finds a crease to the 30. He's across the 40. Hurdles past Nick Folk to the 50-yard line. Folk forced him out of bounds. But Etienne got to midfield, actually to the Jet 49-yard line, before he is bumped out. So this is basically right where Carolina picked up. They're picking up right where they left off in terms of owning field position to start the third quarter.
Yeah, and you're in a situation, you're coming out of halftime, it's 10-3. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, you know what? We just make some plays on offense. Defense is holding the fort. Special teams can't be that one phase that gives up a play. And you're right now, you're across the 50, before you even blink your eye.
So Bryce Young in the shotgun, 1st and 10 at the Jet 49-yard line to start the third quarter. Dowdle to his right. Handoff Rico Dowdle. Hunting for some running room. Jitterbugs up the middle. Brought down with some help by Quinnen Williams. Jermaine Johnson in on the tackle as well after a gain of 4 to the Jet 44. Second down. Actually a gain of 5, so 2nd and 5. 10-3, Carolina has the lead, looking to add to it. Tataroa McMillan, tight left, in motion from right to left goes Tommy Tremble, the tight end. Dowdle the lone setback, Bryce Young under center. Leggett now in speed motion. Play action, rolling right as Young, being chased, throws to the near side. Tremble makes the catch, but a modest gain at best, bumped out by Jarvis Brownlee right about at the line of scrimmage. Jermaine Johnson was all over Bryce Young and forced him to unload to Tommy Tremble. So no gain, 3rd down and 5 at the Jet 44.
Yeah, great pursuit by Jermaine Johnson. Again, he's going to get more and more snaps every single week, but man, he looks fast, he looks crisp, he looks ready, and he has been a difference maker, like I said, in the first half with him on the field defensively.
Carolina's 2 for 7 on 3rd down. Empty backfield 5 wide. 3rd down and 5 at the Jet 44. Young set to take the snap. He drops back to throw. Looks downfield. Scrambles out of the pocket. Running left. Breaks a tackle. Dives. Did he get there? He was tripped up by Jermaine Johnson. Stumbled to the Jet 39. I think he got the first down. It is a first down without measurement. He needed 5, and he got exactly 5. Did Bryce Young on the scramble left. Let's go down to Caroline Hendershot.
Bob, while it was good to see Jermaine Johnson back in the mix against the Broncos last week, he told reporters this week that he did not do enough. It was good, but it wasn't enough. He said for this Panthers offense, they do a good job of creating space at the front level. And for him as a D lineman, he takes pride in not allowing that to happen. So while they let up 13 points last week, it wasn't good enough, and he wants to
New
keep
York Jets are
working on getting
challenging the
better.
ruling on the field of a first down.
So during Caroline's report, Aaron Glenn dropped the challenge flag. They're going to challenge whether or not Bryce Young got all the way to the first down line to gain. So we will step aside. We've got a field review brought to you by the members and contractors of Local 825 Operating Engineers, ELEC 825, building our future. 13:05 to go, 3rd quarter. The Panthers 10 and the Jets 3. And you are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Buckle up, Buttercup, as Adam Shine brings unique opinions and passionate sports talk to Shine On Sports.
I'm just giving you some facts.
And hear exclusive interviews with some of the biggest and hottest names across the National Football League.
Sean Payne is nice enough to give us a few minutes.
This show makes me feel like it's Super Bowl time.
My guy, Aaron Rodgers.
The leadership that we have gives you a chance. That's all we can ask for.
Tune in to Shine On Sports, weekdays at 9 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Sirius XM 82.
You gotta love sports.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
It's the best place to follow the NFL all day long. Sirius XM NFL Radio with The Sunday Drive, a comprehensive look at every game with live reports from every stadium and play-by-play cut-ins as big plays unfold. The Sunday Drive, noon to 8 Eastern, NFL Radio, Sirius XM Channel 88, and the Sirius XM app.
Sirius XM Sports, wherever you are. Your team plays here.
Now through October 31st, SiriusXM is giving away a pair of tickets to every MLB postseason game through the World Series. Listen to MLB Network Radio for the clues to be the first caller to correctly name the postseason hero. You'll receive a pair of tickets to an MLB postseason game. MLB Network Radio has your chance to win on SiriusXM 89 in the SiriusXM app. No transportation will be included in connection with these prizes. For full contest information and official rules, visit SiriusXM.com/MLB Postseason Heroes 2025. No purchase necessary. Open only to current SiriusXM subscribers prior to September 19th. Just be a U.S. resident over the age of 18.
Hey, football fans, Jeff Foxworthy here.
And I'm Larry the Cable Guy. Jeff, we ought to tell folks about our very own comedy channel.
That's right, folks. When you're done listening to the game, hop on over to Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
We even host our own show, like Larry the Cable Guy and the Fun Bunch.
And my show, A Comic Mind with Jeff Foxworthy.
It's great American comedy 24/7.
That's Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup, Sirius XM Channel 97. Or listen to us anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Jets football is presented by the New Jersey Turnpike Authority. And while we were away, the Jets successful on the challenge. Aaron Glenn challenged the spot, and they moved the ball back a half yard. So it's 4th down and about a foot, maybe a foot and a half, just inside the 40-yard line of the Jets, and Carolina will go for it. So Bryce Young does come up a half yard short on the scramble, and he'll line up with the shotgun with Rico Dowdle to his left. 2 receivers right. Xavier Legette in motion now from left to right on the far side. Young set to take the shotgun snap and does. He pitches it left. Dowdle gets to the sideline, breaks a tackle. 35 down to the Jet 30-yard line. Picks up the first down and about 10 more down to the Jet 29. Jamie and Sherwood bumped him out. So in spite of the fact that the Jets were successful on the challenge, The Panthers pick up the first down on 4th and 1, and it's 1st and 10 at the Jet 28.
Kind of a nice play design. They faked the quarterback run inside and quickly pitched it outside. It only needed an inch, like you said, and they were able to kind of get everybody sucked into the middle and bounce the ball to the left edge.
Tedero McMillan tight left, bunch set right, pistol formation. Bryce Young with Dowdle just behind at the Jet 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Takes the snap, handoff Dowdle right up the middle. And the Jets drive him back. Quinnen Williams in on the stop as well. After a gain of 2 to the Jet 26-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Two and a half minutes gone by, third quarter. It's the Panthers 10 and the Jets 3. And Carolina driving to the Jet 26-yard line. Shotgun for Bryce Young. Dowdle to his right. Looping in motion is Trevor Etienne. Dropping back is Bryce Young. Throws one over the middle. Scooping it up is Mitchell Evans, the rookie tight end, right between the numbers. He runs to his left inside the Jet 15-yard line. Down to the 14-yard line before he's brought down. Actually looks like they'll mark him down right at the 15. Kiko Maui-Noa made the stop. But it's 1st and 10 at the Jet 15.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection here. You got the quarterback faking the pitch left. He rolls right. But what they did was, instead of rolling out completely, the tight end on the right side kind of blocked and kind of scooped inside. It was almost a predetermined tight end dump pass in the middle.
Tight formation with 3 tight ends. And now Jatavion Sanders, one of those tight ends, motions from right to left at the Jet 15-yard line. Bryce Young fakes a pitch, rolls to his left, sidearms one over the middle, incomplete. Mitchell Evans was trying to come free again. Maui-Noa in coverage, and the Jets didn't fall for the fake. So it's 2nd down and 10 at the Jet 15-yard line.
Yeah, good job by Will McDonald staying home on the edge. Again, Bryce Young does a full extension fake pitch to the right and then rolls back to the left. And again, Will McDonald's not fooled and prevents him from really looking at anything down the field and forcing to throw it into the ground.
Tedero McMillan to the far side left. Xavier Legette to the near side right. Dowdle the lone setback. Young under center at the Jet 15. Jets crowd the line. 4 at the line, but 8 in the tackle box. Handoff Dowdle starts right. Cuts it back. Brought down at the Jet 11 by Jawan Briggs. Gain of 4. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 at the Jet 11. Chance for a red zone stop here, Anthony, and a chance for the Jets possibly to hold to a field goal.
Yeah, and this would be huge, obviously. You're 10-3. It's a one-score game. And again, the defense has played well overall in this football game. If they can find a way to prevent this first down, then they can find themselves in a good stop and holding off with tough field position to start the half.
3 receivers to the wide side right. Dowdle to the left of Young in the shotgun at the Jet 11. 3rd down. He's back to throw as Bryce Young looks left, throws left into the end zone, incomplete. Stumbling was the tight end Jatavion Sanders. He seemed to be the intended receiver. So here comes the field goal group for Carolina. The Jets do indeed get the red zone stop. And looking over at the sideline, we'll see if the Jets are going to make a quarterback change. They've got Tyrod Taylor and Justin Fields both up throwing warm-up passes. Hard to tell what the Jets are going to do. 29-yard field goal attempt from the left hash for Fitzgerald to try and stretch the lead. Out of the hold of Sam Martin, the punter. The snap, the placement, the kick is up, and it is down the middle and good. So it's now a 10-point lead for Carolina. 10:40 to go in the third quarter. It's the Panthers 13 and the Jets 3. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season. When the game's over, I want you to check out my 24/7 station, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're going no huddle. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks. Just a Hail Mary of hilarity. We play my podcast, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, stand-up and interview clips from my many years at late night, a live call-in show hosted by Andy Richter, and a whole lot more. Conan O'Brien Radio Channel 104, or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
If it's happening in baseball,
the Dodgers are going back to the World Series.
It's on MLB Network Radio.
Dave Roberts getting ready to celebrate.
We enjoy the process, enjoy the journey. So still a lot of work to be done. Let's just do something special.
We're down here with Mookie Betts.
We'll get to celebrate tonight, and it's just this is the reason why we play the game.
MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
Want to hear something scary? Spirits are swirling in the Sirius XM app with creepy Halloween treats. Countdown haunted hits on the Freaky 50. Howl at the moon with wicked rock specials.
The spell on you.
And unearth more monstrous fun all month long.
Then you can monster mash.
Just search Halloween on the Sirius XM app if you dare.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
Let's talk wrestling, past, present, and the future. Hey, it's the coach here. If you live, breathe, eat wrestling like I do, you got to check out Off the Ropes on Sirius XM.
What?
Off the Ropes, your front row seat to everything happening in pro wrestling, the hottest stories, unforgettable interviews, and a rotating crew of insiders who've been in the ring and behind the curtain. You won't get this kind of access anywhere else. Catch us weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7 on Sirius XM, Channel 156.
Unlock opportunity.
With a refreshing, smooth taste, this cerveza is exactly what you need to get game day ready. Grab an ice-cold Corona, game on, lime in, 21 plus, relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. So the Jets down by 10, 13-3, and all indications on the sideline, Anthony, are they are about to make a quarterback change. Looks like Tyrod Taylor will come in, and he'll get the second half of today's game. He is surrounded by the Jet offense and their coaches, and Justin Fields, he is not in that huddle. He's kind of off by himself about 15 yards away. So let's see what kind of field position the Jets get. Line drive kick taken by Williams at the 11-yard line, jumped in front of Wangwu and gets hit at about the 30, and he's out to about the 33-yard line. So here comes Tyrod Taylor. He'll take over at quarterback for the Jets to begin the second half to see if he can rally the troops and get the Jets back in the game. And this is why you have Tyrod Taylor, right? Yeah. A veteran presence, a guy that's been through the wars. He'll be a calming influence for a young quarterback like Justin Fields, and might give Justin Fields a chance just to watch for the second half. As Tyrod Taylor is under center, the lone setback, Breece Hall. Wide receiver tight to either side. Taylor takes the snap, play action. Under some pressure, throws off his back foot, floats it right, bobbled and dropped along the sideline by Jeremy Ruckert. So it's going to be second down and 10, Jets at their own 33.
And I think, after the game, Aaron's going to basically say, listen, we've had, basically 6 quarters of really no consistency offensively, and we're looking for a spark. And this is the opportunity. It's 13-3. You're still in the ball game. If Tyrod can come in and give that spark, the Jets have a good opportunity here to potentially win this game.
Arian Smith in motion from left to right. 2 receivers left. Smith solo right. Back to throw Taylor. Looks left, throws over the middle, and it's caught for about a 5-yard gain. Little button hook to Tyler Johnson. Out to the Jets' own 38-yard line to make it 3rd down and 5. And you're right, this can be a situation where Aaron Glenn says, look, we'll make a decision next week. This doesn't have to be for the rest of the regular season. It's just something that had to happen today.
Yeah, 100%. And again, just getting in a flow. Tyrod's going to be really good with some of these, 5 to 6 yard pass plays, getting it out, seeing the guy works zone or man, getting it out to his receivers quick.
Well, if you want a backup quarterback that has seen it all, you've got him in Tyrod Taylor. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. He's back to throw on 3rd and 5. Throws over the middle. Mason Taylor makes the catch. First down. Scoots up the numbers on the right-hand side into Panthers territory. Mason Taylor's first catch of the day, a 3rd down conversion, and a gain of 13.
Yeah, it's basically a 10-yard in, and he's really a better athlete than Christian Roseboom. So, he's able to come out of his break, stay friendly, catch the football on the run.
Number 61 is reporting as eligible. Number 61.
It's good ball placement, and it allows your talented rookie tight end to catch the football and make a play up the field.
Extra offensive lineman in the game, and Max Mitchell. Breece Hall, the lone setback. The Jets load up at the 49-yard line. Play action. Tyrod Taylor back to throw, looking downfield, scanning the field. Rolls to his left, throws near sideline left, caught. Toe tap out of bounds, Breece Hall. At the 43-yard line of Carolina, picks up 6. So they wanted to go downtown off play action. It wasn't there, but Tyrod Taylor eyes downfield, makes a play.
Yeah, and look, he had all day. Protection was phenomenal, overly protected, I would say, on that pass play. And Breece Hall's, good enough to find that little space on the sidelines and be available for him to dump it off.
I formation, Breece Hall the I back, Andrew Beck the fullback. Taylor under center. 2nd and 4 at the 43 of Carolina. Handoff, Breece Hall finds a cutback lane and gets tripped up. He picks up about 3. A'Shawn Robinson with a good ankle tackle on Breece Hall. Might have saved a big gain. It looked like the cutback lane was there, but it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
You're right. Breece Hall slams the football. Just got tripped up as he's going right, cutting back left. And again, he's a guy that can make those misses or really hold his balance on that. But man, they're really close there. So that's optimistic as far as, hey, keep pounding that rock. He'll break one here in this game.
3 receivers right. Widest to the far side right, Tyler Johnson. Back to throw is Tyrod Taylor. Blitz off the edge. He's under pressure. Pocket is collapsing, and he goes down. Shoveled the ball forward, it looks like. Nick Scourton was all over him, and Nick Scourton has been a pass-rushing menace in this game for Carolina. So the Jets get across the 50, but Taylor goes down and takes a sack of about 4 yards and makes it 4th down and 7, and they'll have to punt. Trevor Etienne goes all the way back to the goal line as Austin McNamara will try and pin Carolina deep midway through the 3rd quarter.
Flip field position, though, Bob. At least you got that in your favor coming up with this punt.
McNamara takes the snap. The high end-over-end kick. It's going to land down inside the 5, takes a hop straight up in the air, and the Jets will down it at about the 8. So McNamara with a good job spinning it down inside the 8-yard line. Mikel Walker caught it on a fly after the high bounce at the 8-yard line. 7:06 to go, 3rd quarter. It's the Panthers 13 and the Jets 3. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the home for Jets football.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. Or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't
get you one way or another.
IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern is second to none. Humble, just, humane, temperate, sincere, dignified, and yes, he wrote this.
People come up to me and go, loved you on Howard every single day. You are pretty much the best interviewer in the world.
You make it happen because you're easy to talk to.
I'm just blown away by the talent you have.
Howard, you bring out the honesty in people, and I love that.
It was fun. I never thought it was going to be like this. I thought I wanted to pull my teeth out.
Only on Howard 100. Now available to most subscribers.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to tune in to Moving the Chains tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern.
We'll be breaking down all the action from Sunday and getting you ready for a double dose of Monday Night Football as the Bucs battle the Lions and the Texans take on the Seahawks.
Plus, we'll talk with Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and keep you updated on the latest injury news.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Moving the Chains, Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
Of the New York Jets.
Back at MetLife Stadium, where we pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York.
This is Steve Torrey from the Sunday Drive. Join Bill Leckus and me right now until 8 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
104.3.
Crowd trying to get behind the Jet defense, down by 10 midway through the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Carolina at their own 8-yard line. Handoff Chuba Hubbard, looking for a cutback lane, and Malachi Moore closes the door. Gain of maybe a yard or 2 at best to the 9-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, nice job by the defense there. Anytime we talked about that running back when he starts either left or right and comes back, somebody's got to be in that gap and stay home. Not only was Malachi Moore there, but they also had Quinnen Williams as well. So, again, just good, sound defense. You can find yourself a really good field position if you get a stop.
Jalen Coker in motion left to right to make it trips to the near side right. Bryce Young in the shotgun. Hubbard to his right, inside his own 10-yard line. Takes the snap. Handoff Hubbard running left and finds a little hole to wiggle through out to about the 13-yard line. Kiko Mauinoa, the Miami rookie, 5th-round draft choice by the Jets, with another tackle, but it's 3rd down and 5. And Anthony, you get a 3-and-out here. You give Tyrod Taylor in the offense potentially very good field position.
Yeah, absolutely. And, completed a couple footballs in that last drive, just getting him comfortable. But the defense, again, has come up big so far in a lot of these moments. They got a big opportunity here.
Twin receivers to either side as Jalen Coker motions out into a slot left. Bryce Young in the shotgun. Chuba Hubbard to his right. Play clock down to 5. Jets show blitz. Here they come. Back to throw as Bryce Young throws one over the middle, and it is caught with a flag down. Leggett had it at the 25-yard line. Jarred free by Brandon Stevens, but I think he completed the catch. Now they may say incomplete, but it'll be a penalty against the Jets. Whether it's a catch or not, that will give Carolina a 1st down.
Yeah, I think they're going to get a hold on Stevens. He looked like to be there a little sooner on this. And again, you're chasing from behind. You're in a difficult position. You have to be patient.
Result of the play is a completed catch. Holding, defense number 27. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, 1st down.
So it was a Leggett catch, and they will credit him with the reception to the 25-yard line without the need of the penalty. So 5:41 to go, 3rd quarter. And that's a big 3rd down conversion for Carolina.
That was not on Stevens. He didn't hold on that one. He was good in good coverage. It was Malachi who's on number 0, Sanders, who, again, it wasn't much of a grab, but, again, something that the officials, it's so subjective in those situations to call.
Well, it was a 1st down catch nonetheless.
He was.
For Leggett, so no need of the penalty. Pistol formation, Bryce Young with Chuba Hubbard just behind. Takes the snap, play action. Boots a bit to the left, fires one over the middle, incomplete. A low throw, hoping for Jalen Coker, and came up well short. 5:19 to go, 3rd quarter. Makes it 2nd down and 10. Panthers at their own 25.
Panthers do a lot of movement with the quarterback. I mean, he's rarely throwing from the pocket. They really try to get his eyes to the one side of the field where they have crossers and out routes and things going on there. Again, when you play good defense and you're in the right spot on that rollout, like the Jets were there, it forces him really to just dirt the pass with nobody open.
Young in the shotgun this time. Chuba Hubbard to his left. Slot right. Jets with a 5-man front. 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's back to throw. Under pressure, throws to the right. Chuba Hubbard makes the catch, but Malachi Moore, a very sure tackle on the check down for a 2-yard loss. Jailbreak pass rush by the Jets. Sherwood was all over Bryce Young, forced him to unload it to Chuba Hubbard, and Malachi Moore with a very good one-on-one tackle. It's 3rd and 12.
Yeah, Jets brought 6 defenders, which were the 2 linebackers you talked about coming on the outside. But again, just chasing down that tackle in space. Good job bringing down Hubbard after the catch by Moore.
3rd and 12. Carolina at their own 23-yard line. Jets crowd the line, showing blitz again. Empty backfield for Bryce Young. Hard count. Play clock at 4. Play clock down to 2. He takes the snap. The Jets rush 5. Floating to his left is Young. Under pressure. Sacked. Back to the 10-yard line. Jawan Briggs trips him up. And that will force Carolina to punt from their own goal line. First sack of the day for the Jets and JETSFREE. When the Jets get a sack, you score a free Big Mac the next day with the purchase of $2 or more on the McDonald's app. Valid one time the day after the game. At participating McDonald's, excludes tax, must opt into rewards. So Isaiah Williams at the Jet 39 to receive the punt of Sam Martin. He'll kick it from the goal line. Line drive, this could be returnable. Williams floats right at the Jet 33, lets it bounce. He didn't catch it. So it bounces inside the 30, inside the 25, all the way down to the Jet 21-yard line. It's a 67-yard punt. 3:45 to go third quarter. The Jets have it back, trailing 13-3 when we return. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the home.
Listen to your team's pre- and post-game shows on the SiriusXM app.
We got our hands full, but we should be a better team.
Just search for your team's channel before and after every game to get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
I appreciate that locker room. That's a bunch of fighters in there.
Listen to your hometown announcers and your local pre- and post-game shows all on the SiriusXM app. And subscribers whose vehicles are equipped with our 360L radios, you can check out your team channel while you're on the road.
Every NFL Sunday, hear the biggest plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Houston has the ball with less than a minute to go, trying to get a game-time score.
Follow the entire league without changing the channel. Plus, fantasy updates and post-game interviews.
Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels joining us.
You got to go out there. We got to make plays. We got to be able to finish.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays, noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Conan O'Brien here. Sure, it's football season, but when you aren't listening to my pigskin flying around on SiriusXM, come check out my channel, Conan O'Brien Radio. We're cracking jokes, throwing deep cuts, blitzing boredom. No pads, no playbooks, just a Hail Mary of hilarity. It's comedy in the red zone all season long. Conan O'Brien Radio. That's a tough tackle. He's down. He's not getting up. He's dead. Wait, I took it too far. Conan O'Brien Radio, channel 104, anytime you want on the SiriusXM app.
24/7, 365 coverage of all things NASCAR. All things NASCAR happens exclusively on SiriusXM NASCAR Radio, Channel 90. In season or out of season, the number one place for college sports is SiriusXM College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
SiriusXM.
You're listening to SiriusXM Satellite Radio.
SiriusXM.
Satellite Radio.
Decode risk. Unlock opportunity.
Bob Wishoes and Anthony Becht. We are back in the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. So a mistake by Isaiah Williams not fielding the punt cost the Jets some extra yardage. All in all, a 67-yard change of field position. So the Jets start at their own 21-yard line. 3:45 to go third quarter. And a game that's a long way from over. They're down by 10. If Tyrod Taylor can put together a drive, handoff Breece Hall. He runs left and gets wrapped up after a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8, Jets at their own 23-yard line.
And again, just finding your spots here where you can get some plays down on first down and make it manageable. You know, throughout this game, it's been kind of ups and down, but you don't want to lean on the quarterback. But Tyrod, again, needs to bring some type of a spark. He has a huge opportunity here, like you said, to do that.
Reynolds and Lazard wide to the right. In motion comes Mason Taylor on the near side, left to right. Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun, back to throw. Looks over the middle, nowhere to go with the football, steps up in the pocket, scrambles ahead and slides. And picks up a couple of yards, maybe out to the 24-yard line. Bobby Brown and Princely Umanmielen combine on the tackle for Carolina. He only got to the 23, so it's a gain of a half yard, makes it 3rd down and 8. So the struggles continue for the Jet offense. They have replaced Justin Fields with Tyrod Taylor, and he is in the shotgun. Isaiah Davis to his right, 3 receivers right. Now Lazard motions to make it twin receivers to either side. Back to throw, Tyrod Taylor looks right, throws the out to the far side right, and it is a 50-50 ball, nearly picked off by Mike Jackson. I think he got a piece of the ball. Josh Reynolds may have been credited with the catch. I think he was. That's kind of tie goes to the runner,
You're right.
And he's a half yard short of the first down at the Jet 31-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be less than a yard away here.
Arian Smith limps off the field as well. Are the Jets going to go for this on 4th down and 1 from their own 30? It looks like they will.
Number 61 is reporting as eligible. 61.
They're going to bring in an extra offensive lineman in Max Mitchell. They've got Isaiah Davis lined up as the back in the offset eye. The play clock down to 2, down to 1. And a challenge flag has been thrown on the far side of the field by Aaron Glenn. And maybe he's challenging the spot and whether or not the Jets picked up the first down. They credited the Jets with a catch. Josh Reynolds was in a tug of war for the football with Mike Jackson. They gave Reynolds the catch. Let's see what the challenge is.
They're challenging the ruling that the runner was short of the line of game.
And not sure what else there would be to challenge. So the Jets are challenging the spot. The second time they've challenged the spot. The first time, they won the challenge. Now, the ball where it is spotted is when the receiver first has full possession of the football. And if he's being contacted, Anthony, it's forward progress.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to say. It looked like he was basically right on the line to gain as the ball arrived between he and Mike Jackson.
Yeah, they might put this in between the yard where it's, a half a yard. He definitely catches it, at least controlled catch, even regardless if the defenders have it or not, past the 30-yard line, but it's not at the 31. So they may get, a half a yard on this one, which, again, if you're going to go for it,
yeah,
you'd
rather go on
counts.
4th and a foot than 4th and 3 feet.
Exactly.
I'm not sure if they're going to get the benefit of a first down, though.
Yeah.
And, again, you're also a victim a little bit of where the camera angles are. If it's the goal line, they put a camera right down the goal line. Here's the call.
After review, the runner controlled the catch beyond the line to gain. It's a first down, New York Jets.
So a good challenge by Aaron Glenn. They don't have to go
New
for
York's
it.
Second successful challenge.
So they have a third, and they haven't lost any timeouts. So the Jets win the field review, brought to you by the members and contractors of Local 825 Operating Engineers, ELEC 825, building our future. So Aaron Glenn,
game
2
clock
for
operator,
2.
Please reset the game clock to 2 minutes and 24 seconds. 2:24.
So Aaron Glenn today, Anthony, 2 for 2 on challenges of spots that have both gone the Jets' way.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, those are very finite areas. And again, listen, it's whoever sees it in the booth and says, you know what, that's the ball's crossing, and then you get it. So it's a lot better than trying to go for it fourth and one, from the minus 30.
First and 10, Jets at their own 31. Breece Hall, the lone setback. Jet sweep motion, Lazard. They fake the toss. Back to throw, Tyrod Taylor floats to his left and dirts it. He just threw it at the feet of Mason Taylor. They tried to set up the screen. There was a flag on the far side of the field as well. 2:20 to go, third quarter. Carolina leads 13-3.
We tried to do a tight end screen, and because it took so long, there may be an illegal player downfield.
Ineligible player downfield, offense number 71. That penalty is declined. Second down.
So Dave Canales, the head coach for Carolina, takes the down to make it 2nd and 10 rather than 1st and 15. Shotgun for Taylor, 3 receivers left. And now in motion left to right goes Arian Smith, who was able to get himself back on the field. Remember, he limped off a short time ago. Here comes a blitz. Taylor looks right, throws right, catch made, turning upfield, and Mason Taylor has it up for the first down. Inside the numbers on the right-hand side, picks up about 12 yards. Christian Roseboom tripped him up. The Jets are out to their own 42 with a first down.
Yeah, nice job by Taylor. And again, just, getting it in his hands. He's got, 2 targets in this game. Both catches, Bob, are first down. And he didn't catch him at the first down marker. He created it after the catch. So nice job. Tyrod Taylor might be his best friend here moving forward. Maybe an uptick for him getting involved.
Empty backfield. Wide right goes Breece Hall. Slot to the near side left. Shotgun for Tyrod Taylor, straight back to throw. Looking downfield. He's going to throw a bomb for Reynolds, one-on-one, incomplete. Excellent coverage by Mike Jackson. Had him walled off up against the sideline. So the Jets take a shot, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10 at their own 42.
Yeah, take a chance. I'm not sure, Josh Reynolds initially thought that he may be one of the initial reads on this one, but again, at least you got to keep a defense honest, take a chance. So you had time for Taylor, and he wanted to take a shot down the field, and, wasn't there.
Arian Smith wide right, Lazard wide left, Tyler Johnson in the slot left. Again, the Jets without Garrett Wilson today, so they are struggling without their best wide receiver. Tyrod Taylor straight back to throw, looks over the middle, throws, and it's batted down at the line. I think that was Derek Brown again. He batted the last one down on the last series. 90 seconds to go, third quarter. And it's 3rd and 10, Jets at their own 42.
Again, he's trying to get it checked down to Breece Hall. And, Derek Brown is not a small defensive tackle by any stretch of the imagination. 6'6", 320 pounds, and then you got his arm length. He's difficult to defend on pass rushes, but he's also, if you're blocking him, he becomes a factor in the lanes.
Jets are 5 for 11 on third down. Again, Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun. 3 receivers left. Mason Taylor solo right. 4-man rush. Taylor steps up in the pocket, under pressure, escapes, rolls to his right, throws right sideline, wide open. Tyler Johnson makes the catch. Toe taps out of bounds at the 38 of Carolina. Tyrod Taylor escaped the pass rush, and he did that with his legs and his eyes. Finds Tyler Johnson, who came free, and it's a third down conversion for New York.
Yeah, this is all Tyrod Taylor. They bring a safety blitz on the edge, and Isaiah Davis doesn't come and meet him, and he allows him to kind of shake him and get in Tyrod Taylor's space, but he's able to make him miss. And like you said, a tight window throw. Nobody's near Tyler Johnson. He's able to toe tap, stay in bounds, and make a big play.
He shook free from Trayvon Merrick, who was coming on a safety blitz. Direct snap now to Breece Hall. It's a trick play. It's a flea flicker. Tyrod Taylor lobs one right, underthrown, and incomplete for Allen Lazard at the 5-yard line. The Jets went trick play. Direct snap to Breece Hall, and eventually they flipped it back to Tyrod Taylor, who was lined up as a wide receiver as a flea flicker, but he underthrew Allen Lazard, so 2nd and 10 at the Carolina 38.
He did, and if Tyrod Taylor doesn't double pump this and just goes with it, like you said, Lazard did have that separation, and he's got to kind of slow down to adjust, and it gives the safety an opportunity to catch up and make a play on the football.
Breece Hall the lone setback, Taylor under center. 2nd and 10 at the 38. Play action, he's back to throw, looking downfield. Floats one, back of the end zone, and it is intercepted. What an incredible interception by J.C. Horn. It looked like behind the defense. Josh Reynolds had a step, Carolina. And J.C. Horn recovered and made a tremendous one-handed catch interception in the back of the end zone. That's just a magnificent play by J.C. Horn, and it will be Carolina ball at their own 20-yard line on the touchback when we return. Nope, we're going to stay right here. 34 seconds to go, third quarter, and it's still 13-3 Carolina as the Jets took a shot, and J.C. Horn made a great play.
He did, and look, Josh Reynolds runs a great route on the right side. He widens the corner and then gets skinny on the post. And only thing Tyrod Taylor could have did there, Bob, is get it out a little bit sooner with a little less air. But just that little bit gives Horn the ability to catch up. And like you said, he had to make a one-handed arm extension knockdown, but he's able to, sometimes these gloves, they got stickum on them, and he pulls it into his body and makes a big play.
Well, now the backup quarterback for Carolina is in. Andy Dalton takes over. So I guess Bryce Young was hurt the last time the Jets were able to put pressure on him. Andy Dalton with a handoff to Rico Dowdle. He runs right, and the Jets are able to bring him down. Azarie Thomas and Jarvis Brownlee combine on the tackle after a gain of 2 to Carolina's own 22-yard line. So Bryce Young will have to try and get an injury report of some sort. Didn't hear anything about Bryce Young being hurt, but Andy Dalton is in at quarterback. And this should take us to the end of the third quarter. Down to 5 seconds to go in the quarter. So we will head to the fourth quarter with the Panthers on top of the Jets, 13-3.
This is the end of the third quarter.
You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the home.
Sam Roberts has a brand new daily show on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Not Sam Wrestling Live. Join Sam Monday through Thursday, noon Eastern, for his spin on everything going on in the world of pro wrestling.
John Cena basically proceeded to give us a fan service match. He proceeded to give us the match that we wanted, that would make us cheer.
It's Not Sam Wrestling Live on Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Channel 156 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Your home for the biggest stories in the league is Sirius XM NFL Radio.
This is Kirk Morrison from the Sirius XM Blitz. As the leaves begin to turn, we will take a look at how some of the rookies are doing in the first half of the season.
I spent a lot of time studying Jackson Dart. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm.
Plus, NFC title contenders face off on Monday Night Football with the Bucks and the Lions.
Fire them cannons! Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
Hello, my dear. We've been waiting all year. to unleash the sounds of fear. Soundtracks, scary stories, a howl, and a sneer. Sirius XM Scream, your soundtrack for Halloween, on now, Channel 105, and on the Sirius XM app.
We're excited to start the season. I have high hopes for this team.
Basketball is back.
We're talking here with Anthony Edwards.
Every time I get to step on the floor, I feel like it's my first game again.
From the hardwood to the headlines, we're bringing you inside access to every NBA team with exclusive interviews and analysis.
Joined by the one and only Steph Curry.
We understand we're working towards something bigger.
Catch NBA Radio season preview shows anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Here it's 2nd down and 8 for Carolina, just across their own 21-yard line. And Bryce Young, by the way, has an ankle injury. He is questionable to return. And obviously the ankle injury must have happened on the Jets' sack to end their previous series.
And, you got to see two really good play calls where they just came up short on that last post, and also the little bit of the flea flicker direct snap throw to Alan Lazard. Again, the timing wasn't there, and those are plays that he is not running in practice. Like, those are Justin Fields or the one players going through those snaps. But again, the opportunities are there, and they flip field position. So again, defense, lean on the defense. How long can they continue to make stops, especially now Carolina has their backup quarterback? How risky will they be in this game?
Yeah, they may have a different philosophy, although, again, just like Tyrod Taylor, you have the benefit of bringing Andy Dalton in his 15th year in off the bench, so he's also seen it all, just like Taylor has. It's a nice security blanket for both teams. Toss sweep to the left. Dowdle gets outside to the 20-25, and he gets walloped out of bounds by Andre Sisco at the 26-yard line. Picks up 5 yards. So 3rd down and 4. Carolina at their own 26. Opening moments of the 4th quarter, and they lead by 10.
Then find a way, if you can get some pressure, that's your best thing, because if you speed up the process with Andy, he sure as heck is going to try to get the ball out quick if you're playing man coverage against these receivers, which it looks like they are.
Dalton in the shotgun. Rico Dowdle up near the line of scrimmage. In front of him and to his left. Jets crowd the line. They're bringing a blitz. Dalton back to throw. Looks right, throws right. And it is caught out to the 40-yard line by Xavier Legette. He got hit hard by Brandon Stevens, and he's hurt, but he held on to the football and picked up a 3rd down conversion. Out to Carolina's 41. So Legette is now sitting up. He took a hard hit from Brandon Stevens, but maintained control of the ball. Picked up the 1st down. We'll see if we have an injury timeout. 14-13 to go in the 4th quarter. Carolina on top 13-3. Nope, they're going to bring Legette off the field before the need for television to go to commercial. And he is up and trotting off the field, so maybe Anthony just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it was man-to-man across the board. And, when you have a time to run a 10-yard out route and get some separation, you have to count on your pressure to get home and make it difficult for the quarterback. And you're right, Andy Dalton's got a lot of experience. Timing's easy, gets it out on time, and it's there for his receiver to make an uncontested catch.
So wide right, Tataroa McMillan. Wide to the near side left is Jalen Coker. He trots in motion. Under center is Andy Dalton. Carolina at their 41-yard line. Handoff running left. Room for Rico Dowdle. Breaks a tackle at the 45. Gets to the 50. And finally brought down at the Jet 47 by Brandon Stevens. He broke the tackle of Jamie Sherwood. Picked up 12 yards.
Again, understanding personnel. And when you watch Dowdle in his film, a lot of his playmaking is stuff when they bounce outside, they pull a backside guard or tackle and lead it around. He is a much better perimeter runner, able to find those spaces and break tackles when he's in the game.
Under center, Dalton. Dowdle the lone setback at the Jet 47. Another handoff, and he is up the middle. Again, Brandon Stevens is there to bring him down. A gain of 3. Vitally important for the Jets on this drive. They don't allow a touchdown. Worst case scenario, a field goal, and it's still a 2-possession game. But 13 minutes to go. If the Carolina Panthers score a touchdown and make it a 3-score game, that might be too deep a hole to dig out of. get a stop here, they'd be punting. But even if they move another 10, 15 yards and you hold to a field goal, you're still in it. Dalton under center. Quick snap. Handoff Dowdle. And he is lassoed at the line of scrimmage. Gets a push, picks up a half yard. But it's going to be third down. Quinnen Williams made the stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 7 at the Jet 44. So here is a chance, Anthony, to get a 3rd down stop before Carolina's in field goal range.
Yeah, really nice job. Just Quinnen Williams, again, dominating his block to get off and make an individual tackle from the interior position. And you're right. Again, field position has been flipped, but finding a way to force a punt here would be huge.
Dalton, empty backfield, 5 wide. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3rd down and 7. Jets bring a blitz. Dalton looks left, throws left. The catch made but short of the line to gain. Isaiah Oliver immediately brought down Xavier Legette. It's 4th down and 1 at the Jet 37-yard line, maybe about the 38. It's 4th down and a full yard, if not a yard and a half. But Carolina's going to go for it with 11 and a half minutes to go.
Yeah, stay on size, number one. And again, it's interesting. A veteran quarterback you talked about, you bring pressure off the slot. Where does he throw the ball? To the guy where the pressure came from. And it takes a while for the linebacker to get outside. Although they're short, at least it stops them from a 4th down chance here.
Dalton under center. The lone setback, Dowdle. Handoff Dowdle. Right up the middle, he's got the 1st down. Ankle tackle by Quinnen Williams. But look, the Carolina Panthers are the number 4 rush team in the NFL, and they have been without Chuba Hubbard for the last couple of weeks because of an injury. So they stayed a top 5 rush team even without one half of their 1-2 punch. They've got an offensive line and some running backs that can move the football, and they just picked up a 4th down.
And that helps. Yep. Obviously their young quarterback's not in now, but a veteran quarterback who can see things a lot better than the younger quarterback loves a running game behind it.
Andy Dalton in the shotgun at the Jet 34. Handoff Dowdle, starts right, cuts it back to the left, and gets inside the Jet 30 to the 29-yard line. Sherwood runs him out of bounds, but he picked up about 5 yards. So 10 and a half minutes to go. Of course, every one of these 1st downs also could potentially eat another 2+ minutes off the clock. $10:15 to go in the game. And Andy Dalton gets his team set in the shotgun. Chuba Hubbard to his left, slot right. 2nd and 5 at the Jet 29. Takes the snap, straight back to throw. Looks left, throws left. The ball is bobbled and held onto. No, it pops out of the arms of Jatavion Sanders. They'll say incomplete.
Ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
He never had complete control of the football. So now it will be 3rd down and 5 at the Jet 29. Brandon Stevens was able to rip the ball out before Jatavion Sanders completed the catch.
Yeah, again, is there a challenge left for the Jets? Because I don't know who recovered that. Maybe it was Carolina, but it looked like it was a catch, and then it got raked out. Again, who actually landed on it would be the question. It looked like Carolina did, but I don't know if they're going to do it.
For the Jets to challenge, they would have had to have clear recovery of a fumble, and if they did not, they do not challenge. Carolina might challenge. Who knows? They just called timeout on offense.
Timeout. Carolina. They're first.
If there was clear recovery by the Panthers, they might challenge with 9:59 to go in the 4th quarter.
You're right.
They do call timeout, though, and they're going to keep the game right here. See if we get a field review. As right now, Dave Canales is out. He's talking to Andy Dalton, though. He's not talking to the officials. So I don't know that a challenge flag is going to come out here.
And they have access to this video to go back and say, hey, did one of our players land on that immediately?
Right.
But again, now you're saying, oh, you're hoping he actually caught it and fumbled. It seems like a weird way to throw a challenge, right? But again, it's a strategy you could take.
If there's clear recovery by a team, that team would probably challenge.
Yep.
So after the timeout, no challenge flag has been thrown. 3rd down and 5 at the Jet 29-yard line. Dalton, shotgun. Chuba Hubbard to his left. 3 receivers to the far side right. He takes the snap. Jets bring a blitz. Dalton hit. The ball comes loose. No, he got it back. Jamie and Sherwood on a linebacker blitz just absolutely blew up Andy Dalton, and it looked like for a moment he lost control of the football. Even more importantly, that may knock the Panthers out of field goal range. We'll see.
Yeah, great play. You know, two backers are there. Chuba Hubbard gets lost. He can't see behind the big lineman, and that gives Sherwood an opportunity to come untouched, and he just launches himself in the back of Andy Dalton, and Andy's very lucky to hold on to that football. That would have been a huge opportunity, but you're right, pushing him back now in this 4th and long is a big deal, and it's a good job by the defense.
If you're the Panthers, what are you doing here? You're not going for it on 4th and 14, and now they will send their punt group out, but there's only 10 on the play clock. And now the Jets have to scramble and send their punt return group out.
And they got to
There's no reason to reset the play clock.
Right.
This should just be a delay of game penalty on Carolina.
Exactly.
And it's their own fault.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
So if you substitute your punt group out there with, say, 10 seconds on the play clock, the opposition is given the right to substitute as well, and they're under no obligation to sprint everybody on the field to save you a delay of game penalty. So the Jets played it right, and that will drop now Sam Martin back to his side of the 45-yard line of Carolina to kick this one deep. 9 minutes to go, and the Jets get a stop. The end-over-end punt is away, and it is skied and short. Fair catch at the Jet 15 by Williams. Anything outside the 10-yard line, the Jets will take it. So they'll start at their own 15. 8:53 to go in the 4th quarter. It's Carolina 13 and the Jets 3. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Sometimes you only get one look at greatness. After all, there's only one Joe Namath, only one Curtis Martin, and only one Kevin Mawai. There's only one Lombardi Trophy, only one case of Super Bowl rings, and only one Hall of Fame gallery that houses the bronze bust of each Hall of Famer. And they all live in one place, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, where one look at greatness lives forever. Ignite the passion, relive the glory. Book your visit now at ProFootballHof.com.
The pop is true. I'm a sucker for you. The drops. The bars. And the riffs that defined a decade. Pop hits from the 2010s. The 10 Spot, Channel 11, and at home with the SiriusXM app on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
SiriusXM College Sports Radio has everything a college football fan needs.
They're not gonna get him! Touchdown!
Get ready for game day with our roster of experts, including Chris Childers.
There's nothing that we have in this world like college football. It's the greatest thing we have.
Plus, get insider access with exclusive interviews.
Georgia head coach Kirby Smart joining us.
Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State.
Catch it all on College Sports Radio, Channel 84 in your car, and on the SiriusXM app.
I'm Bruce Murray.
And I'm Rich Gannon.
Join us Monday, noon Eastern time on the SiriusXM Blitz. We recap the 7th Sunday of the NFL season, including the Rams and Jaguars in London, Colts and the Chargers, Eagles and Vikings, and Mike Vrabel's return to Nashville as the Patriots visit Tennessee.
Plus, we get you ready for 2 games on Monday Night Football, starting with the Buccaneers at the Lions and the Texans at the Seahawks.
So don't miss the SiriusXM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon, Monday, noon Eastern time on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
The Jamie and Sherwood sack of Andy Dalton short-circuited that last drive for Carolina. The Jets have the ball back at their own 15-yard line, down by 10. 8:53 to go in the 4th quarter. Second Jet sack of the day, by the way, JETSFREE. When the Jets get a sack, you score a free Big Mac the next day with the purchase of $2 or more on the McDonald's app. Valid one time the day after the game at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax, must opt into rewards. Shotgun for Tyrod Taylor, back to throw. Looks right, throws right, batted down at the line, I believe, by Derek Brown again. If it was Derek Brown, that's the 3rd time he has knocked down a Tyrod Taylor pass since Taylor came into the game. It'll be 2nd down and 10, Jets at their own 15.
And he's probably like, look, I don't even have to pass rush, right? Like, you want that guy to push the pocket, but if he's tracking eyes and he's like, you know what, I've done it once, I've done it twice, try it again. So, again, you got to maybe fool him a little bit if that's the way it's kind of going, or maybe try to chop him down if you're a lineman.
Tyrod Taylor back to throw. Looks left, throws, and it is bobbled and dropped by Mason Taylor. He had it right in his hands at the 20-yard line and just dropped it. So now it will be 3rd down and 10 for the Jets at their own 15. 8:45 remaining fourth quarter. And by the way, Sauce Gardner is being evaluated for a head injury. So we'll see if he's able, for the 2nd time this year, to get out of the protocol in-game and return to the field. 13-3. Carolina has the lead. 8:45 to go, fourth quarter. Isaiah Davis to the right of Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun. Mason Taylor motions. Bunch set left, 3 receivers. Tyrod Taylor spins out, rolls to his left, throws across his body. Left sideline, drops it in. Out to midfield. It's Tyler Johnson, first down. The 2nd time that Tyler Johnson has gotten free, and Tyrod Taylor has found him on a 3rd and 10. It's a 35-yard gain to midfield.
Yeah, really good job here. And again, I don't know, 2 Carolina defensive backs bite on this one, and they leave a huge void as Tyler Johnson's crossing to the left, and he drops it right in, running that way. It's a great throw and catch.
Tyrod Taylor under center. Isaiah Davis the lone setback. Arian Smith wide left, 3 receivers right. Play action, he's back to throw. Steps up in the pocket, looks downfield. Tucks it under. He's going to run to the 50, to the Carolina 45. Bumped out of bounds by Derek Brown. He picked up 4 yards. By the way, Bryce Young has now been downgraded to out for the Panthers. So this will be a battle of the backup quarterbacks the rest of the way. Tyrod Taylor for the Jets, Andy Dalton for Carolina. And we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter on a drive that feels almost like a must here. In plus territory, Anthony, down by 10 for the Jets.
100%. And Tyrod's trying to get the ball down the field. No one's open. Protection has been really sound in the second half. Just got to keep plugging away.
Takes the shotgun snap. Back to throw. Looks left. Throws left. Lazard, catch and run. First down. Out of bounds on the Jet bench at the Carolina 36. So the Jets pick up 9 more yards and a first down.
Tyrod Taylor, a veteran quarterback, he kind of had to layer this ball over a defender. And sometimes you throw it hard, you soft over. He's been in those situations, and he's able to kind of make sure he gets the right ball to make it very catchable for Allen Lazard on the crossing route.
2 receivers to either side. Another shotgun snap, but a false start. Looked like Armand Membu.
False start.
Started early.
Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So the 5th penalty on the Jets will back them up 5, make it 1st and 15 at the 41 of Carolina. $7:05 to go in the fourth quarter. 13-3 Carolina leads. Ball on the left hash. Allen Lazard motions to the near side right, the wide side of the field. Back to throw. Tyrod Taylor looks up the seam, throws. Spinning catch made by Josh Reynolds at the 29-yard line of Carolina. Oh, did he get hit? He got walloped by Nick Scott, spun around Mark Duper style, and was able to hold on to the football.
There's a throwback name. It's a good ball placement, though, to help him not take that hit. Throwing it on the outside of his body by Taylor.
2nd and 3. Tyrod Taylor back to throw. Lobs one right for Arian Smith in the end zone. Broken up. Mike Jackson was in coverage, but that one looked like it got to the chest plate of Arian Smith, and he couldn't haul it in. It's 3rd and 3 at the 29-yard line of Carolina.
And again, when you're running these routes, never assume that you're not going to get the football. Not that Arian Smith did, but again, Tyrod Taylor's trying to give somebody a chance. Even though it got tipped up, you have time if you're going to jump up and maybe make a play on that football, but very tightly covered.
Mike Jackson got his right arm in.
He did.
That was great coverage by Mike Jackson. 3rd down and 3. Back to throw is Taylor. Under pressure. He throws it left, lobs it, tries to throw it away. No one in the area. That will most likely be intentional grounding. Trevin Wallace came on a blitz. He was all over Tyrod Taylor. If he didn't get out of the tackle box, it's going to be intentional grounding and most likely all the way out to the 44-yard line. He got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. The question is, was he outside the tackle box? And it looks like they are not going to call intentional grounding. And that's huge because that will leave the Jets inside field goal range.
Yeah, now
they probably would have been out of field goal range if that had been called intentional grounding. This is going to give Nick Folk a chance to make this a one-score game, left hash from 47 yards. 6.5 minutes to go. Out of the hold of McNamara to cut the lead to a touchdown. The snap, the placement down. The kick is on the way. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good. Right down the middle again for Nick Folk, as he stays perfect on the year. And the Jets put 3 on the board, and now they trail 13-6 with 6:26 to go in the fourth quarter. A scoring drive brought to you by Hyundai. There's never been a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Carolina 13 and the Jets 6. 6.5 minutes to go. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3.
Discover the stars and sounds of Latin music's biggest year yet and get ready for the Billboard Latin Music Awards with a channel featuring all the hits from this year's finalists. Bad Bunny, Karol G, and more. Plus, iconic tracks from past winners. The Billboard Latin Music Week channel. Direct from Miami. Now for a limited time on Channel 79 and the SiriusXM app.
Buckle up, Buttercup, as Adam Shine brings unique opinions and passionate sports talk to Shine On Sports.
I'm just giving you some facts.
And hear exclusive interviews with some of the biggest and hottest names across the National Football League.
Sean Payne is nice enough to give us a few minutes. This show makes me feel like it's Super Bowl time. My guy, Aaron Rodgers.
The leadership that we have gives you a chance. That's all we can ask for.
Tune in to Shine On Sports. Weekdays at 9 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, SiriusXM 82.
You gotta love sports.
The new film, Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere, tells the story of his 1982 album, Nebraska.
It was a representation of who I wanted to be.
Bruce Springsteen joins actor Jeremy Allen White in a SiriusXM town hall with questions from superfans.
If you can make this honest, people would connect with it.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, on E Street Radio, SiriusXM Channel 20, and on the SiriusXM app.
Hello, children. I'm Alice Cooper. Rocco Mediat and I are talking golf, music, and more on Rolling the Rock.
You know, Tiger's 50 in December.
It's just like rock and roll. If you've got the talent of Tiger Woods, you can't just sit down and watch it on television. You're going to want to play.
Listen to Rolling the Rock on PGA Tour Radio or anytime on the SiriusXM app. And you better listen, because we know where you live.
Bob Wishoes and Anthony Beck live from the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. 6:26 to go in the fourth quarter. And Anthony, the Jets are down by a score again. It's 13-6. And once again, their defense will have to get a stop. Nick Folk kicks it deep. And Rico Dowdle. Trevor Etienne to receive at the 5-yard line. Folk puts it in the air. Floats to Etienne. A yard deep in the end zone, so Folk kicked it too far. And that gives a chance for Etienne to take a knee and bring it out to the 35.
Now, hey, let's go. Opportunity, right? You just said it. You're down by a score. Defense has played well against Andy Dalton. They just hit him in the back with a Jamien Sherwood blitz on the last third down. Like, he's definitely thinking about that. So that timing, and in his mind, you may even get yourself a turnover opportunity if you can win on early downs and don't give them a bunch of yards on first and second down as well.
So the Jet defense, can they get a stop and give the offense the ball back? Still with a chance. 6:26 to go. Andy Dalton under center. Tight formation with two tight ends. Tommy Tremble in motion. A pitch to the near side. Chuba Hubbard nowhere to go. He looked for a cutback lane, and Quinnen Williams was waiting. But the right side of the Jet defense did a good job to build that wall and shut off the edge. It's a loss of 2.
You know, Hubbard's a really good player, right, Bob? But he's been out for 2 weeks. They got a guy that's been ripping the league here in rushing. He's got 71 yards, 5 yards a clip, and he isn't in the game. So this is a benefit. It's a great start with the tackle for loss by the Jets on first down.
3 receivers right. Dalton, shotgun. Chuba Hubbard to his left, in motion from right to left, and now back to the right is McMillan. Hand signals for Dalton, takes the play clock down, and the Jets jump in the neutral zone. Is it a false start? Carolina pointing at the Jets as if they were simply offside.
Offense, number 64, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So somewhere in there you may have been able to understand that 64, Cade Mays, was called for a false start, the center. 5:43 to go in the fourth quarter, and now it's 2nd and 17 for Carolina, back to their own 28.
It's a great situation for the defense, and
it's a must now. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Chuba Hubbard empties the backfield. Jets with a 5-man front. They back out, they rush 4. Dalton looks over the middle, throws. Xavier Legette makes the catch, back to the original line of scrimmage. Out to about the 35-yard line. Jarvis Brownlee turned him back at the 34, so he actually only picked up 6. So here it is, Anthony. Here's your chance. 5.5 minutes to go. 3rd down and 11 for Carolina at their own 34.
Then you see Quentin Williams showing a little emotion on the field. He's fired up here, trying to get maybe a certain look or a certain player in the game as they make substitution, bringing in Briggs on this one interiorly.
Dalton in the shotgun. Carolina trying to get lined up. 3 receivers left. Jets show blitz on 3rd and 11. Andy Dalton takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He rolls out to his right, being chased. Throws one down the right-hand side. Incomplete. Intended for McMillan. The rookie, Azareye'h Thomas from Florida State, the Jets' 3rd-round draft choice, makes his most impactful play of the season so far. Knocked it away from McMillan, and the Jets get the stop.
You know, there was a little bit of contact, but you know what he does? He gets his head around and finds the football, Bob, and that ultimately is going to be the deterrent on why a flag doesn't get pulled. So excellent technique, watching the body language of the receiver, and the young rookie getting his head around and finding the football.
Isaiah Williams at the 20-yard line to receive the punt of Sam Martin. High spiraling kick. Williams wants a return from the 14. Makes the reception there. Finds a little crease. He's across the 25, out to the 28. Jatavion Sanders, the tight end, tripped him up. But that was a good return in traffic by Isaiah Williams to buy the Jets about 15 yards of field position. Well, the clock not a factor. They can run whatever they want. They need a touchdown to tie. All 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to help the Jets, and 4:41 on the clock. Can Tyrod Taylor engineer a touchdown drive? He's in the shotgun. Breece Hall to his right. Takes the snap, drops back. Looks left, under pressure. Scrambling to his right. Looking downfield. Pump fake, and he runs out of bounds. Tackled out of bounds by Derek Brown. Right around the knees. He picked up a yard on the scramble. And it was at least close enough to the sideline that the crowd reacted. But he was still on the field of play when he was hit waist high by Derek Brown. So that was a clean play.
It was. There's no doubt. And listen, you can totally get away from that just by tossing it out. But again, Tyrod saw a little bit of space there, but it got condensed real quick.
Arian Smith wide left. Mason Taylor slot left. In motion from right to left now goes Lazard. 2nd and 10. Jets at their own 28. Tyrod Taylor, shotgun. Here comes a blitz. Looks right, lobs right for Reynolds, and it is intercepted. It's the 2nd pick for J.C. Horn. He had inside position on Josh Reynolds, and he was able to pick it off.
Is an interception by the defense. 1st down, Carolina.
And with 4:28 to go, now the Jet defense right back where they were a short time ago. Now they need a stop again to give the offense one more opportunity as Carolina gets the ball back at their own 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's a great individual play by Horn. It's one-on-one. You get a blitz on the outside. The safeties rotate it. You got one-on-one. You choose early to go deep and throw it down the field. And again, you know, you're trying to make a play as an offensive player like Reynolds does to knock it out. But, man, Horn's got some strong hands. And did he complete the catch, too? They're seeing some replays here of the ball hitting the ground as he goes down. That may be something to throw a challenge on.
Well, it's automatically reviewed.
Good.
Every turnover is automatically reviewed. But the first look that I had was that he caught the ball and had at least 2 or 3 steps before he started to be brought to the ground. So I think he completed the catch.
Yeah.
I think it's a good call to maintain that as an interception, and they've already confirmed it. So 1st and 10, Carolina at their own 40. Andy Dalton hands to Dowdle, up the middle. Will McDonald helps to grab him around the waist after a gain of 3. Quinnen Williams on the stop as well. 2nd down and 7, Carolina at their own 43, and this will take us inside of 4 minutes to go.
I can't fault, Tyrod Taylor. He made a pre-snap determination with that blitz, one-on-one coverage, no safety. You just got to kind of put it out there. And a receiver has to fight as well. Receiver's got to find a way to get to that football, win at the line of scrimmage, and didn't fight them. I mean, you become a DB at some point maybe. But, again, going up and, again, a great play. Don't want to take away from Horn, but, you got to find a way there.
3 tight ends on the field. Another handoff to Dowdle, running left and dragged to the ground about 2 yards shy of a first down by Mykal Walker. So 3.5 minutes to go. Aaron Glenn is going to be put in a position where he's going to have to start using timeouts unless the Jets can get a stop here on 3rd down and 2.
And you probably got about 14 yards of grace here, so you don't get them into field goal range, which is going to be vitally important. So that will be dictated on how your defensive calls will be and how aggressive you want to be in these situations.
Yeah, no doubt. A field goal ends the game because then it's 2 scores. So the Jets have to get a stop. 3rd down and 2. Carolina at their own 48. Play action. Dalton back to throw. Lobs one left, and it's incomplete. Oh, boy, if Jarvis Brownlee got his head around and Andre Sisco on the near side, they may have had a chance at an interception. But the Jets' blitz works. It also saves them a timeout. 2:56 to go. So they're going to be right back in the same position with a chance. As here comes the punt group.
I mean, you got a back that's rushed for 200 yards, Bob, back-to-back in a short yardage situation. They go with play action. I love it because it helps us get the football back. And now the Jets have another chance. So Tyrod gets a chance to redeem himself.
Here's Sam Martin to punt. Williams at the Jet 10 deep to receive. Martin gets away an end-over-end kick. Isaiah Williams waving his teammates away from the ball, and it will sail out of bounds. Well out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. Out to about the 12-yard line, yes. So the Jets at their own 12-yard line with all 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning as well, and 2:49 on the clock. So in the NFL, I mean, granted, Anthony, this is the long field, as they're actually put the ball at the Jet 14. But with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, all the time in the world to move the ball downfield and possibly score. But they have to have a touchdown. So now it's all 4-down territory. Isaiah Davis to the left of Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun. He takes the snap and drops back under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. He looked to the right, tried to come back to the left. Derek Brown was there. Princely Umanmielen not only sacked him, but emerges with the football. But they're going to say that Tyrod Taylor held onto the ball. It's still a 7-yard loss back to the 7-yard line.
And again, just, no one's open there for him to get the ball out of his hands. And once you start turning around on a quick throw opportunity, the defense is on top of you.
And the Jets need to go. 2:20 to go in the game. And it's 2nd down and 17. Taylor back to throw from the goal line. Looks over the middle, throws, diving catch made by Mason Taylor with 2:10 to go. But that just gets back the 7 yards that they lost with the sack. So now it's going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. And when we come back, it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Jets at their own 14-yard line. So
this
2 minutes to go.
2-minute warning. Timeout.
The Jets have to have a touchdown, and they're facing 3rd down from their own 14 when we return. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the home for Jets football.
Huddle up with Food Bazaar Supermarket for game day catering. From chicken wings and tenders to spare ribs, sandwich and cheese platters, you'll find an entire lineup at catering.foodbazaar.com. That's catering.foodbazaar.com. Or if you're just looking to shop for groceries from the comforts of home, we've got that in the playbook too. Go to shop.foodbazaar.com. Place your order and use promo code FANSGET10 for $10 off your $50 order. That's shop.foodbazaar.com. Food Bazaar Supermarket. Shop local, eat global.
Catchy tune, right? But don't let the urge to sing along distract you from the truck drifting towards your lane. or that lane-splitting biker creeping up beside you. Fortunately, every Hyundai offers advanced safety features that can alert you to potential dangers around you. And Hyundai has over 130 IIHS Top Safety Awards since 2006. Because Hyundai is always working to ensure the road doesn't
Get you one way or another.
IIHS Top Safety Awards include Top Safety Pick and Top Safety Pick Plus awards to Hyundai vehicles from 2006 to 2025.
Right now, get a Hyundai Tucson SE for 0% APR for 60 months or lease for just $239 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end November 3rd. Call 347-746-0955 for details.
Thinking about your next career move? Invest in your future at Lincoln Tech's area campuses. With November classes starting soon in exciting fields like automotive, diesel, healthcare, and skilled trades, there's never been a better time to begin hands-on training for a career you'll be proud of. Take control of your future and get the experience that can open doors. Visit lincolntech.edu for details.
Bob Wischusen and Anthony Beck back here in MetLife Stadium. 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Jets still with a pulse as we pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Q104.3.
Third down and 10 for the Jets at their own 14-yard line with 2 minutes to go. Tyrod Taylor in the shotgun, three receivers right. Here comes a blitz. Tyrod Taylor looks downfield, throws one over the middle, broken up. Once again, Mike Jackson in front of Josh Reynolds. Defends it perfectly. Now it's fourth down and 10, and the Jets have to go for it. 1:55 to go from their own 14-yard line. And, Anthony, you could punt, I guess, and use all three timeouts. I'm not sure of the percentage play here. They're going to send Austin McNamara out to punt. And by punting, they're going to be in a position where they have to force a 3-and-out.
Right. Well, if they just went for it here, they're already in field goal range. The game would be over, right? So you just got to try to push them back and get three straight timeouts.
So McNamara to punt from the goal line. ETN to receive. Takes the snap and gets away a high wobbly spiral. ETN floats to his right. Fields it at the 34-yard line. Makes a man miss. Gets up the sideline to the 40. And out of bounds on the Jet bench, the Carolina 42. Now the problem, though, is you have to use all three of your timeouts. So even if you get the stop, you're most likely going to be back inside your own 15-yard line. There'll only be about a minute and a half on the clock, but you'll have no timeouts in the long field. So that's why I'm wondering if going for it on 4th and 10 there may have been the way to go instead of punting, but you certainly understand the percentages on 4th and 10 are very low.
Well, you lose if you don't get the first down, right?
Correct.
So that's just what it is. At least you have a chance in hell right
Keeps
here.
the game alive.
Exactly.
So the Jets have to force a 3-and-out. Chuba Hubbard, the lone setback. Dalton under center. Handoff Hubbard. And he is met and driven back by Juwan Briggs, a loss of a couple. So exactly what the Jets need, and there is timeout number 1 called by Aaron Glenn.
Timeout. New York Jets. Their first. It's a 30-second timeout.
So a chance to check the scoreboard brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan. Proud partner of the New York Jets. Visit forthepeople.com or dial #law. Morgan & Morgan for the people. Most of the other early games have gone final. Right now, late fourth quarter, Philadelphia leads Minnesota 28-22. The other games are final. New England a winner in Tennessee, 31-13. It was Kansas City 31, Vegas nothing. Cleveland over Miami 31-6. Chicago 26, New Orleans 14. Second down and 12, another handoff to Hubbard. He's up the middle, and he picks up about 4. Jermaine Johnson makes the stop at the Carolina 45. Timeout number 2 used by Aaron Glenn.
Jets. Their second.
It'll be third down and 8 for Carolina. And the Rams earlier this morning overseas beat Jacksonville 35-7. So those are the other finals. And the 4 o'clock game's all about to kick off. So here it is, third down and 8. If you get a stop, you get the ball back, and a third chance for the offense inside of the last 5 minutes. If Carolina picks up a first down, the game is over. Dalton in the shotgun. Chuba Hubbard moves up close to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 8, Carolina at their own 45. Now Hubbard to the left of Dalton. He takes the snap, he's back to throw. Looks right, throws a one-on-one down the sideline for Leggett. He's got it. Catches it inside the 25-yard line to end the game as Azareye'h Thomas couldn't get in between Xavier Leggett and the football.
Listen, I think Leggett pushed off here to get the space. There's no question that he pressed off there slightly to get that separation. It wasn't called, but man, that any way you get 3 yards of distance when you
Timeout. New York Jets, their 3rd. It's a 30-second timeout. Please put 1 minute and 20 seconds on the game clock, please.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much time you put back on the game clock now. The Jets are out of timeouts. Yeah. So if there's 2 minutes on the game clock, it's victory formation for Carolina.
Yeah, again, I saw some arm push there. I know officials don't want to make those calls in those moments, but yeah, they must not have saw it. But there definitely was some separation there when the ball was in the air.
So Dalton takes the snap, takes a knee, and the Panthers will be above 500 as they're about to win their 3rd straight, and for the 4th time in their last 5 games. They beat the Falcons back on September 21st, lost to the Patriots, but then this will be their 3rd win in a row as they down the Dolphins, Cowboys, and Jets. Have to see if Bryce Young is hurt long term, as he was knocked out of the game. 53 seconds to go and the clock winds down. They only have to get under 40 seconds to take one last knee, and that will end the game as Dalton takes the snap, takes a knee, and that will do it. So the 5th quarter show is coming up next with Dan and Greg as we will say goodbye from the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. The final score: the Carolina Panthers 13 and the Jets 6. 5th quarter show in just a moment. You're listening to